Quality products and modern equipment provide customers the very best in auto cleaning, inside and out. For over 50 years, Midtown Car Wash has been dedicated to providing the best full-service vehicle cleaning by our friendly, experienced staff. For the very best in auto cleaning, visit Midtown Car Wash, 344 Gertrude Street at Donald.
Leave the daily grind behind and treat yourself to what is by far Winnipeg's best happy hour. Monday through Friday from 3 until 5, the lounge at your favorite Pony Corral location has happy hour appetizers at half price. And on top of that, every Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, you can get 49-cent wings and ribbies. It's all part of Winnipeg's best and most delicious happy hour at your local Pony Corral lounge. Proud to be celebrating 25 years.
Ken Plain for Avalon. Do you have cracked basement walls, seepage problems, uneven floors, or sticking doors? Avalon is Western Canada's oldest and largest foundation repair company. Because Avalon repairs more basements than any other company, you shouldn't even think about having your basement repaired without talking to Avalon first. Avalon. Call the people you can trust at 783-2500.
You're listening to the pregame show with Paul Edmonds on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca.
Pregame show brought to you by Winnipeg Insurance. It's the Winnipeg Insurance pregame show right at the ballpark. Brought to you by Winnipeg Insurance. 2 locations in the big city, West Winnipeg, South Winnipeg. Phone them for a quote or to compare a quote. WinnipegInsuranceBrokers.com, or as I mentioned, you can call them. 204-889-2870. Let's have a look at the pitching matchup for Game 65 here today. Game 65 already, and by the time we wind this homestand down, we'll be in the last full month of the regular season. It's gone very, very quickly. On the rubber in the pitching matchup, brought to you by Cal Tire, 5 convenient locations in the capital region. We're more than just tires. Cal Tire, true service. Well, a left-hander will get the start here for Trois-Rivières. His name is Garrett Bullock. And Bullock, 6'3", 200 pounds, 27 years old, a lefty, makes his 10th start, 12th appearance. He's 4-3 with a 2.83 ERA, 59 hits in 57 and 1/3 innings, 18 earned runs, 17 walks, 34 strikeouts. He's allowed 4 homers, and the opposition batting .262 against him. On the other side, right-hander Matt Rush will get the start, and the veteran from Schenectady, New York, now making his home here in Winnipeg, will make his 15th start. He's 5-3 with a 4.47 ERA, 91 hits in 86 and 2/3 innings, 43 earned runs, 21 walks, 64 strikeouts to lead the team, 6 homers allowed, and the opposition batting .274 against him. So a lefty for Trois-Rivières in Garrett Bullock, and a right-hander in Matt Rush going for Winnipeg here this afternoon. We'll take our final timeout of the afternoon. When we come back, we'll have a look at the standings. The morning line is next after these, and who is playing whom across the American Association in the standings, of course, with the Can-Am League. That's on the other side of these on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
The kids will want burgers, so I got special spiced burger patties.
From the Carver's Knife?
Naturally. Lisa and Ken are crazy about our ribs.
Oh, me too.
Also from the Carver's Knife.
And for Jennifer and Dave, plump, juicy chicken breasts.
What about yours truly?
Last but not least.
Wow, that is one handsome T-bone.
Gotta keep the barbecue chef happy.
Bring out the best in your barbecues with the exceptional value and superb quality of Manitoba meats from the Carver's Knife. The Carver's Knife, 1530 Regent. From our farm to your table.
Right now, you don't care that money problems can happen to anyone. You don't want to hear people telling you they understand what you're going through. You don't want words. You want a way forward, out of your debt, so your creditors stop calling. LC Taylor is your debt rescue, helping you build a plan to climb back onto solid financial ground. You can do it. You just need a helping hand. So take ours. LC Taylor, Trustees in Bankruptcy. Your way forward. At lctaylor.com.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are back in action. And as official sponsors, Don's Photo and Canon are sending you to the sidelines as the team's official fan photographer. Capture the blue and gold from the field using the latest equipment provided by Canon, like the all-new Canon Rebel T5i. Its easy-to-use functions, stunning image quality, and DSLR features make the Canon Rebel T5i the best camera on the field. Get in on the action with your Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the all-new Canon Rebel T5i. Enter in-store at any Manitoba Don's Photo location to win. Visit bluebombers.com for details.
Discover la francophonie in Manitoba.
L'Arbre-Crie, Île-des-Chênes, Sainte-Rose-du-Lac, Notre-Dame-de-Lourdes, Saint-Pierre-Joli, Saint-Boniface, and way much more.
In our friendly province, we are fortunate. French is everywhere and has lots to offer. Open your mind, add a French twist to your life, and enjoy the richness of another beautiful culture right here in Manitoba.
Venez voir, vous serez surpris. Surpris. Venez voir.
Now back to the pregame show on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca. Here's Paul Edmonds.
Final segment of the Winnipeg Insurance pregame show ride at the ballpark, brought to you by Winnipeg Insurance. Glorious day here today. And, of course, some of the shaded areas of the ballpark filling up faster than the sunny areas, but a very nice, pleasant Sunday afternoon here in downtown Winnipeg. Let's look at the morning line, brought to you by Assiniboia Downs for exciting horse racing, gaming, and dining. Do the Downs, free admission, free parking every day. Go to asdowns.com for more information. This summer, do the Downs. First off to the Can-Am League in the standings here. Quebec's lost 3 in a row, but they still lead Rockland by 4.5 games. And Quebec at 40-26, Rockland at 35-30. Then New Jersey at a game above 500 at 33-32. And then Trois-Rivières 10 games back of Quebec and currently 5.5 back of a playoff spot. The Goldeyes are 7.5 back of a playoff spot in their division behind the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks, 1 game back of St. Paul for second. And the Goldeyes did manage to pick up a game on the Gary Social Railcats in the wild card standings by virtue of a Gary loss last night, as the Goldeyes are now 5.5 in arrears of the Gary Social Railcats for the wild card. So there you go. Just keep winning. Just win, baby, and we'll see if the Goldeyes can get that done here today to win their second straight game and maybe take another step toward a series win against Trois-Rivières. That's it for our Winnipeg Insurance pregame show right at the ballpark. When we come back, starting lineups, first pitch on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Why drive to the border to pick up your parcels? Finally, there's a solution. A.D. Rutherford International's cross-border services. U.S. shipping address, customs clearance, and daily deliveries to and from North Dakota. Besides assisting commercial importers, they help individual buyers as well. Their competitive rates make your importing experience seamless, stress-free, and convenient. A.D. Rutherford International. Cleared and simple. Visit adrutherford.com or call 204-633-7207.
Buying or selling your home is overwhelming, stressful, and where do you start? Realtors know real estate and will guide you through the most important financial decision of your life. Plus, Goldeyes fans, pick up a copy of the Real Estate News and search for Goldie for your chance to win great prizes with our In the Hood promotion. Remember, the Real Estate News is available in print, online, or mobile. Either way, it's in your hands.
The Winnipeg Real Estate News.com.
When Winnipeggers' stuff exceeds their space, why do so many rely on Storageville?
It's so convenient.
With 2 prime locations, 830 Waverly and 123 Reinders at State Pond Road.
Access to your locker is really easy.
It's totally secure. Every unit is alarmed and video monitored every minute, every day.
My house should be so clean.
They even have a free cube van to stick your stuff in. Storageville, where Winnipeg stores. Learn more about their wow factors at storageville.ca.
Here's the pitch, and it's a grand slam! Here they come. Cans, juice boxes, glass and plastic bottles into the bin.
The Winnipeg Goldeyes and Recycle Everywhere want you to swing for the fences and recycle all your empty beverage containers. They're full of potential and have thousands of uses beyond the landfill. Step up to the plate and pitch your drink containers into a recycling bin. Whether you're at home, work, school, or the ballpark, remember to recycle everywhere.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca. Brought to you in part by South Beach Casino. Like it, love it.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, located at 1425 Ellis. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, live life comfortably. Matt Rush gets the start for the Goldeyes. Number 29 is 5-3 in the year with a 4.47 ERA. And he will face a lineup for Trois-Rivières that looks like this at 29-35. The DH is Steve Brown to lead it off for Pete LaForest. Batting second is the catcher, moves up in the order to bat second is the catcher, Emerson Frostad. Drew Miller's been the DH a couple times in this series. He'll play in left field, and he will bat third today. Cam Nealon will bat cleanup, and he is a slick fielding third baseman. He bats fourth in the order. John Smith rises in the order again, a home run last night. His only hit of the series so far to go along with 4 strikeouts. He is in center field, and he will bat fifth. Batting sixth, Jeremy Nowak. And he's a switch hitter playing out in right field in the bottom 3 for the 29-35 Les Aigles. Hitting seventh is Brett Flowers. He's at first base. Josh Colafamina is at second, hitting eighth. And David Cooper rounds out the lineup, batting ninth at short. Trois-Rivières in a red top and gray pant. The Goldeyes are all in white this afternoon. This place starts to fill up on a glorious day in downtown Winnipeg. Glad to have you along. Settle in for this one. And an important game, kind of an interesting game as well, because usually it's a Sunday that's a getaway day, always for the opposition, sometimes for the Goldeyes as well. It is not for either, as Game 4 of this series will go tomorrow night at 7:05, and then getaway day for Les Aigles, and the Goldeyes will then welcome on Tuesday the Lincoln Salt Dogs into town. So ready to go here this afternoon. And Steve Brown, the designated hitter, will step up from the right-hand side. Not a whole lot of wind here today. Sunny conditions over downtown. And the DH, Steve Brown, 1 for 4 last night. He's had only 2 hits in the series, or actually 2 of the 3 hits he's had in the series have been doubles, however. And Matt Rush looking for a good start to carry on the winning ways of last night. And Chris Salameda's start. So here we go. Brown steps in from the right-hand side. Rush gets the sign. He rocks, kicks, and fires. And the first pitch is right down the strike zone middle for a cold strike at 134. And we're underway at 34 minutes after 1 o'clock. And 1 minute earlier than our scheduled game time. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and that fastball, and it's 0-2. Underway here today at 1:34. Opening pitch brought to you by the Greenwood Inn and Suites. Make the Greenwood Inn and Suites your home base for all your accommodation, dining, and meeting needs in Winnipeg. Call toll-free today, 888-233-6730. Pitches outside, 1-2. And I know the Dalton's Lounge at the Greenwood shows all the games on TV when they are on, and are very proud of the fact that they are a corporate sponsor of the Goldeyes. 1-2, swung on, line to center. Right there is Lentini backing up, and he'll make the catch. Steve Brown is out number 1 on 4 pitches this afternoon, flying out to center field. Our home plate umpire today is Anthony Sheets. He calls the balls and strikes. Art Thigpen is over at first, and he is our crew chief. And Derek Ivinski is at third base. So Anthony Sheets calling the balls and strikes today. Art Thigpen is at first. Derek Ivinski is at third. Sheets will remain as the local umpire for the new crew that comes in starting on Tuesday. Thigpen and Ivinski will work their last games tomorrow night of this homestand. First pitch is outside the Frostad, the catcher, for ball 1. Defensively for the Goldeyes, Luis Allen doing the catching. Casey Harther over at first. Kevin Mosquito at second, the 1-0. Change-up is swung on and fouled away left side, and that will get into the seats for a souvenir. And it's 1-1. Josh Mazzola at short, Amos Ramon at third. Then Ryan Skoma, Phelot Lentini, and Ray Sadler left to right in the outfield. 1 ball and 1 strike to Emerson Frostad, who is 2 for 9 in the series with 3 RBI. The 1-1. Fastball's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. So again, defensively for the Goldeyes, and there is no place to hide from the sun on the field right now. Allen is catching. Harther at first, Mesquite at second, Mazzola at short, Ramon at third, Skoma, Lentini, Sadler left to right in the outfield. The 1-2. is just inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 65, Winnipeg at 32-32 on the year. Trois-Rivières at 29-35. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emerson Frostad batting .263, a left-handed stick. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on that fastball. And Frostad down on strikes. And Matt Rush has his first strikeout of the afternoon. And that first strikeout is brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro reminds you, folks, to be safe around electricity. 1 strike, and you're out. Here's Drew Miller. 2 for 8 in the series. 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch is right down the middle for a strike. No wind to speak of. We're under sunny skies. It's 22 degrees Celsius. At game time, that translates to 71 Fahrenheit. The 0-1 is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. 40% humidity, and the wind is out of the northwest at 6. It's barely a breath. Flags are wrapped around the respective pools here this afternoon, so you get a hold of one, and it should carry out of here. 0-2, swung on and missed, and Miller down on strikes. How about that little piece of work here by Matt Rush to start it? A couple of strikeouts and a fly ball out. 1, 2, 3. Down in order to go Trois-Rivières. They come away empty. The Goldeyes are coming to bat when we return on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
CIBC and the Winnipeg Goldeyes have partnered to fight cancer. On Sunday, October 6th, CIBC and Goldeyes employees, friends, and family will be running in Winnipeg for a future without breast cancer. Shaw Park, home of your Winnipeg Goldeyes, will host the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation CIBC Run for the Cure. For more information, to register to run, or to make a donation, go online to CIBC.com. Let's run for a future without breast cancer. Join in on Sunday, October 6th at Shaw Park.
In the world of PowerSmart, small changes add up. Did you know cooking with small kitchen appliances like a toaster oven or an electric frying pan uses less energy than your oven or stove? Even boiling water with an electric kettle will save energy. And next time you're shopping for a new appliance, look for Energy Star appliances, as they can use 30 to 50% less energy. For more energy-saving solutions from Manitoba Hydro, log on to manitobapowersmart.ca.
What's for dinner?
Let's barbecue.
Turkey? Granny's Poultry introduces their seasoned turkey breast roast. Perfect for the barbecue.
Sounds good.
Really good.
Designed for optimum juiciness, Granny's seasoned turkey breast roast is so tasty. And it's available at your neighborhood Safeway store. Granny's Poultry, your local poultry farmers cooperative. For simple and simply delicious recipes, visit grannys.ca. Granny's, good-natured.
Bottom of the first inning, we welcome you back. My name is Paul Edmonds. And our producer-operator back at our flagship station, TSN 1290, is Tim Debenham. Riley Lachuk is providing the operational control handiwork on our CJ Radio Network from Swan River, Manitoba this afternoon. Brendan McGranahan is helping us out on site. Trois-Rivières goes 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. The Goldeyes will send Graham, the DH, Ramon Volta to the order, and Sadler to the plate against Garrett Bullock. And then after that, it's Skoma, Arthur, and Mazzola, and the bottom 3 for the 32 and 32 Goldeyes, Lentini, Allen, and Mosquito. Here's Tyler Graham, the DH today. Fouled a pitch off of his knee midway through the game last night. Eventually came out, made a couple of nice running catches, and then today gets the day off defensively and takes a strike for first pitch. The 0-1 is inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Emerson Frostad, the other half of the battery here today for Les Aigles. Red Flowers at first. The pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Josh Colafamina is at second. David Cooper at short. Cam Nealand at third base. Then Drew Miller, John Smith, Jeremy Nowak left to right in the outfield. Pitch is swung on and bounced right back up the middle for a base hit. And Tyler Graham will trot down to first base. And Amos Ramon, the batter. The Goldeyes have their first hit. So defensively today, Frostad catching to start. Flowers at first, Colafamina at second. Cooper at short, Cam Nealand is at third. Miller, Smith, Nowak, left to right in the outfield for Pierre-Luc Laforce. And we look at Garrett Bullock. Born in 1986. He's 27 years old. He is from El Paso, Texas. First pitch is outside, ball one. I really enjoyed our trip to El Paso last year. I mean, it was the end of that long road trip, and I mean, it was 26 and a half hours straight back to Winnipeg from El Paso. That was a ride and a half, and Scott Unger, our media relations director, and I did it together. We just kept the wheels moving. We ate out of a window 5 times, we counted, and we tried to, Wendy's, Burger King, A&W. We tried to mix it around a little bit, but it was a long ride. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, but I found it to be a very pretty town, and I like the ballpark, and they certainly got some fan support, and obviously El Paso is expected to take a year abeyance in the American Association. They built a brand new ballpark, has the city of El Paso in downtown El Paso to lure back affiliated baseball, and they're going to get a AAA franchise in the Pacific Coast League next year. So we were told by Miles Wolf a couple of weeks ago, the commissioner of the Can-Am and American Associations, pitch is swung on by Ramon and fouled down the right field line, that there will be a franchise where the El Paso team will move to in Texas, and it's likely for 2015. So they'll take a 1-year abeyance. They'll go dark for a year in 2014, and then expected to resurface in 2015 as another franchise in the American Association in Texas. 1-2. Swung on, and a roller out toward third, charged by Nealon. He'll throw to first, and they just get Amos on a broken bat roller out toward third. Nealon came in, made a real nice pickup on it, and gets Amos, who gets charged with an at-bat, but he manages to get Tyler Graham up to second base. So one away, runner in scoring position for Ray Sadler. Now, Garrett Bullock was not raised in El Paso. He went to high school in North Carolina, and then he also went to Wake Forest University in North Carolina as well. Drafted by the Diamondbacks in the 45th round in 2007. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. But did not spend any time in their system. He is a Houston Astros product. From 2009 through the end of 2011, he was in the Astros system. Got as high as A-ball. The pitch is inside, 1-1 to Sadler. 5 seasons, and this year a 4-3 record with a 2.83 ERA is Garrett Bullock. Left-hander, 1-1 is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Over his 5 seasons, pretty good numbers. 10-10 with a 2.90 ERA, 4 saves. 83 games, 20 starts, mostly a reliever in that Houston system. The 2-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. This is another one of those things where, the uniqueness of independent baseball, and that is, it is a place here where if you've been a good reliever and you have designs on being a starter, you can do that here. You can negotiate that. Talked many times about it, and Garrett Bullock is certainly utilizing that opportunity that has been awarded to many before him and presumably many after. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ray Sadler. Runner at second base and Tyler Graham. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. The pitch is swung on and rolled out towards short. Charged there by Cooper, up with it. Sidearm throw to first, and they get Sadler for out number 2. So a couple of broken bats there on Ramon and now Sadler. Now Graham gets over to third base, and Ryan Skoma is due up. So 2 down in the bottom of this first inning. And Skoma will step in from the left side. Ryan's had a real good homestand. How about this? He's 11 for 19. Hitting .579. First pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Good hack right there into the screen. It goes. He's batting .360 on the year. He is second in league batting behind Abel Nieves of Wichita, and he's only 3 points back of Abel Nieves. So Ryan Skoma's got a chance to win a batting title, 0-1. Breaking ball is just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And part of it is he hasn't come out of nowhere. It's just that, remember at the start of the year, he got hot, got hurt, got hot again, got hurt again, and now has been healthy for the last month or so, and the numbers have reflected that. 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Ryan with a homer and 30 driven in. He's on a 5-game hitting streak, and he's 3 for 8 in this series. Lefty-lefty here against Garrett Bullock. And the pitch is a fastball just missed outside, 2-2. Tomorrow night, Pete Gailey, the left-hander for Winnipeg, against righty Luis Munoz. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Skoma. And Bullock comes set to his chest. The 2-2 pitch is down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Casey Arthur stands on deck. And Ryan Skoma waiting on the 3-2. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled away. Left side and on a play. Ryan against left-handers. How about this? Lefty-lefty. He's hitting .368. He's got the best average on the team against lefties. And he's the only left-handed batter. .368 is his average. 3-2 is just outside, ball 4. Just off the table. And he'll take a walk up that team leading in top 5 on base percentage. First walk issued by Garrett Bullock. And here's Casey Arthur. And Arthur will step in from the right side. And Casey hitting .301. He was 3 for 4 last night. Now the first pitch is inside, ball 1. Arthur hitting .300 against left-handers, a homer and 5 driven in. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swung on, line to center for a base hit. That'll drop, and around second, heading for third is Skoma. Up with the ball is John Smith. No throw to third. In to score easily is Graham. RBI single for Arthur, and the Goldeyes lead at 1-0. And a little 2-out lightning here at Camp Goldeyes. And they open up the scoring to make it 1-0. Good base running by Skoma. He gets to third, first to third on that. And here's Josh Mazzola. And Mazzola will stand in for the right-hand side. And Mazzola 2 for 7 in the series. He is fashioned together hits in 9 of his last 10. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Good piece of hitting by Casey Arthur right there. Goldeyes a run on 2 hits. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Mazzola. 8 homers and 37 driven in. And Bullock comes set, 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 as Mazzola waved right through that fastball. Now the Goldeyes will have tonight off. Second time in about 4 days they have an evening off. Remember, they had that afternoon game on Thursday. The 1-2 is low and inside, 2-2. And we'll continue on the homestand. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, down to Fargo for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and back home again for 6 more days. And a couple of series against Sioux City, and Sioux Falls comes back to town. Goldeyes will also enjoy their first true day off. The pitch is swung on and popped up, and that will float back toward the seats in behind that Trois-Rivières dugout and be in them. Almost caught by a fan. And Mazzola lives to see another pitch. It's 2-2. We'll have their first true day off coming up on Monday, August the 5th. It will be their first true day off. It's going back to July the 1st. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Mazzola strikes out swinging, and the Goldeyes are done in the bottom of inning number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Garrett Bullock. For the Goldeyes, they get a run on a couple of hits, and they leave runners at the corners. We'll go to the second. What am I talking about? Way ahead of ourselves. We got to go to the second before we go to the third. We'll go to the second when we come back. 1-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Going on vacation can be exciting.
Bon voyage, Winnipeg.
But when you're miles away from Winnipeg, the last thing you want to worry about is the security of your home. That's why Commissionaires Manitoba offers a house watch service. They'll do an interior and exterior patrol of your property, bring in your mail, remove snow from your car, even water your plants. Don't leave your house to chance. Leave it to the Commissionaires. Go to commissionaires.nb.ca.
Hi, I'm Denny from Denny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
And I'm quarterback Buck Pierce.
Hey guys, I'm having a big event and looking for a way to feed my group.
Call Danny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
We're looking after you with a full catering service or do-it-yourself hog roast with succulent pork, tender beef, turkey, chicken, pork ribs and more. No group is too big or too small. Plus, you can keep the leftovers. We'll even pack it up for you.
Can't wait.
Visit Danny'sWholeHog.com or call 344-5675.
And we'll bring the flavor.
If I said to you, you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Well, not if you got the body work done at Morey Auto Body, because beautiful body work is what they do best. They're not part of some giant chain, so they treat every customer like their only customer, and that means attention to detail like you wouldn't believe. Frame straightening, expert refinishing, even boat repairs, painting, and deckling. Morey Auto Body does it all and does it right. Really right. Right where you'd expect them to be, at 700 Morey. These guys hit it right out of the park.
Live, loud, and loving every minute of Goldeyes action. This is TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
We go to the top of the second inning. My name is Paul Edmonds. Glad to have you along. Winnipeg leads at 1-0. Cam Nealon, John Smith, Jeremy Nowak. Due up here against Matt Rush. Heart of the order for Trois-Rivières. And Cam Nealon, 1 for 8 in the series. He was 0 for 4 last night. Stands in from the right side. First pitch is a fastball that's outside, ball 1. Goldeyes a run on 2 hits on the Culligan in-game line score. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second, as always, is our home run inning. Tell you about that because we actually have a winner on the Home Run Sports home run inning today. The 1-1. Swung on, ground ball right side, rolled right up to Mosquite, up with it, over to first, and there's 1 away. And the batter is John Smith. Folks, dropping a Home Run Sports at De La Seigneurie Boulevard. Bishop Grandin entered a win in the Home Run Sports home run inning. Here's how it works. If a Goldeye player hits a home run in any inning, we pick your name that day. You'll receive an Easton prize package courtesy of Easton Sports, but you must hear your name on this program or be helped along by friends that did in order to know that you're a winner. And afterward, you must contact Home Run Sports to claim your prize. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. And you've got 30 days to do that. You can do it in person or by calling 204-255-7687. Home run by Ray Sadler last night. And for Ray, his 14th of the year, the 0-1 to Smith is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's made a winner out of Deborah Randall. Deborah Randall is our winner on the Home Run Sports home run inning here today. 1-1 is inside to Smith. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. So Deborah Randall, you have 30 days to contact Home Run Sports as our winner today on the Home Run Sports home run inning. We do it every game, top of the second. And the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 2-2. It's the Home Run Sports home run inning, brought to you, of course, by Home Run Sports. Get ready for your game. 2 balls, 2 strikes to John Smith. 1-0 Winnipeg here in the top of the second. Matt Rush working into his second. Full wind, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and John Smith went reaching for that one, expanded the zone, weighs right through it. 3 strikeouts in the afternoon already for Rush, 2 away for Jeremy Nowak, the switch hitter who will bat from the left side against the righty in Matt Rush. Goldeyes in a white top, white pant, or usually traditional uniform here at home. And one of the reasons why they're wearing the whites again and not the reds is because Trois-Rivières only came with a red top and a gray pant. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Nowak, 3 for 7 in the series. He had a hit last night. He's hitting .253. Stands right back in that left side batter's box. Pitch is low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Poulin is coaching over that third base coach's box. 3rd straight game. And the 1-1 pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Now the first base coach over there is number 20 in Richard Arias. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, inside and outed, and that is fouled into the Goldeyes dugout, third base side. You know, when we were talking with Max Poulin about being Max Poulin the coach, and because you were so good, Max, I said, at short, how does that translate into being a teacher of the middle infield? And he said, well, you know, David Cooper's not going to play like me. The 1-2 is a little bit high, 2-2. And that's the first thing that I have to know is he's not me. And then, of course, he said that they've got to get to know you a little bit and understand that you have some credibility. Well, is there any more credibility for Max Poulin to David Cooper than Max's number being retired here as David Cooper plays Game 3 in Winnipeg and sees that his coach has his number retired by this organization here in Winnipeg? That's some pretty good street cred. Pitch is fouled back, 2-2. Jeremy Nowak, 4 homers, 32 driven in. 2 away here in the top of the second. The 2-2 pitch. Cold third strike on the outside corner. Great fastball at 89 miles an hour. And that'll do it here for Nowak. Strikeout number 4 for Matt Rush. And they have have Trois-Rivières in order for the first 2 innings, zeros across the board. Bottom 2 is next. Winnipeg leading 1-0. You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball. Where else but on the Goldeyes Radio Network?
How has Sonova Credit Union found a way to kiss everyone who walks into our doors without being slapped with a harassment lawsuit? Well, we've got DOGs in our branches.
What's a DOG?
It's a Director of Greetings, and it's also a St. Bernard.
What, like Beethoven?
Yeah, like Beethoven.
So what else is Sonova good for?
How about no need for appointments ever?
Like ever?
Yes, ever. Bank brighter with Sonova Credit Union at one of our 11 branches throughout Manitoba.
Get ready, Winnipeg, for the sexiest, funniest, and most outrageous parody of the steamy international bestseller. 50 Shades, the musical, will premiere in Winnipeg September 5th to 7th. The Chicago Tribune says 50 Shades is impossible to resist.
50 Shades, the musical, at the Centennial Concert Hall for 4 shows only, September 5th to 7th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
It's summer. The perfect time to kick back and relax with friends and family. This summer, make it easy on yourself with catering by Chicken Delight. From a feast for a few to feeding your whole crew, Chicken Delight will put a smile on everyone's face with their famous chicken, fabulous pizza, ribs that rock, and more. Pick it up or have it delivered. Give us a call or send us your catering order at chickendelight.com.
So don't cook tonight. Tonight, all right. For Chicken Delight.
Bottom of inning number 2, we welcome you back. Phelan Lentini, Luis Allen, and Kevin Mosquite, 7, 8, and 9 to face Garrett Bullock. And the first pitch to Lentini is low for ball 1. Inning number 2 is underway for the Goldeyes, who lead it 1-0. And the pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lentini 1 for 3 yesterday. And Fay has hits in 9 of his last 10. Only one hit, though, in this series. Pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, ground ball right side. That's going to shoot right through and get into right field for a base hit. And for the second straight inning, the Goldeyes have the leadoff man aboard on a single. Well, we'll play some trivia here, and for our producer and operator back in our studio at our flagship station, Tim Debenham, I just emailed you the answer, so you should receive that fairly soon, and we'll get on with the business of trivia in the bottom of the second here as Luis Allen will step up and in. And Al Kabong 3 for 4 yesterday. Had a good day at the plate, stole a base, drove in a run, and he lines the first pitch to center field for a base hit. Up with a ball is Smith. He fires it back to the infield. Lentini stops at second. We get a little station-to-station baseball at Camp Goldeye here. And Al Kabong now is 5 for 8 in this series. And he stole his 5th base yesterday for a career high. And Kevin Mosquite, the batter, and Kevin's on a 5-game hitting streak. And we'll step in. We'll see if maybe he drops a bunt or swings away here. Goldeyes lead at 1-0. First pitch. He's going to show bunt, pull back, take inside, ball 1. Mosquite 3 for 8 in the series. 1 ball, no strikes. And Bullock comes set for 1-0. And a bunt pushed up the third base line, foul. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Kevin was actually 1 for 5 yesterday with a run driven in. And he's actually 1 for 9 in the series. And 3 for 23 on the homestand. Looking to bunt here and maybe set up the multi-run inning. Winnipeg leads at 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second, 2 on and nobody out. Bullock comes set, the lefty, the 1-1. And Lentini was going toward third base and then put on the brakes as Bullock stepped off. Remember, Lentini's at 331 stolen bases, 332. If he's to get it, he'll become the all-time stolen base leader in independent baseball. 1-1. And Mosquite will lay a bunt down the third base line, and it rolls foul. Strike 2. Just about stayed true to that line and fair. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mosquite will get back. Kevin batting .255. Okay, trivia. Well, as always, it's brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel specializing in spacious executive suites. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Bullock will come set. And a spin-off. And he looks Lentini back towards second to check up. Lentini at second. Luis Allen's at first. 1-2 to Mosquite. They probably take the bunt off here and have the Goldeyes second baseman swing away. Outfield straight away and not very deep. Runners on the move. Pitches a breaking ball inside. And walking toward third base is Phelan Lentini. He'll have a stolen base, and that is number 332. And they should make an announcement here. We talked to Fay about it yesterday. He was pretty emotional about it. And he, as the fans give him a standing ovation here, he tipped his batting helmet. He was talking yesterday about pulling the bag out of the out of the hole and doing the Ricky Henderson thing after he broke Lou Brock's record. And the pitch to Mesquite is inside. It goes to 3-2, does the count. So Lentini gets a stolen base. And for Fay, that's his 14th of the year. Career 332nd in independent baseball. And Luis Allen gets his 6th. A career high for the Goldeyes catcher. Just keeps climbing. 3-2. Swung on and lined down the left field line, but foul. That was off the hip of the ball boy down there. And he'll shake that off. So, congratulations to Phelan Lentini. That is a tremendous milestone in what's been an outstanding professional career. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is outside, ball 4. That's a great plate appearance right there by Kevin Mesquite. There's the walk out of that baby after being behind 1-2. Second walk issued by Bullock, and the bases are loaded, and here's Tyler Graham. Okay, trivia is open to those that haven't won in the last 30 days, of course. And up for grabs is a pair of Goldeye tickets to a future home game, and you'll also be eligible to win the grand prize of a weekend stay. The first pitch to Graham, inside ball 1, at the Place Louis at the end of the season. Graham 1 for 1 this afternoon. Winnipeg leads at 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Graham got on with a base hit and then scored the only run of the game. The 1-0 is low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. And now trying to drive in a run or 2 here with the bases loaded and nobody out, and Les Egg in a jam. Tyler Graham, a home run, 6 driven in. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Number to call if you think you know the answer today, 204-780-1290. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tyler Graham. 3 for 10 in the series. The pitch is swung on and bounced, look out, sharply into the seats. Everybody okay there? I think so. Line drive back in behind that Goldeyes dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, bounced left side again. Getting tied up inside, but hacking those pitches off. 2-2. The question today is this. Name the top 3 Major League franchises to win the most World Series championships in their history. Top 3 World Series winners. 2-2. Breaking ball, bounce left side, foul. We do it again. Name the top 3 Major League franchises to win the most World Series championships. Don't have to necessarily be in order. We want the top 3, though. 204-780-1290 if you think you know the answer. 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And Graham down on strikes. Second strikeout for Garrett Bullock. And here's Amos Ramon, who is 0 for 1 today. And Ramon will step in from the right-hand side. A Goldeye at every base. Amos on a 5-game hitting streak, batting .256. 6 homers and 34 driven in. First pitch. Swung on, good hack, fouled back over our heads and on top of the roof here at Shaw Park. 0-1 to Amos Ramon. Amos 3 for 8 coming into today's game. He's 0 for 1 today, so now 3 for 9 in the series. Lentini at third, Allen at second, Mesquite is at first. Bullock comes set. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Lentini's going to score. They're going to wave in Allen. Up with the ball is Smith, and his throw is cut off behind the mound. And in scoring standing is Allen on a 2-run single by Amos Ramon, and the Goldeyes lead it 3-0. Big hit for Amos, who extends the hitting streak to 6 straight now. And Kevin Mosquite goes first to third on that, and we're going to get a little pitching visit here for the pitching coach of Trois-Rivières and Travis Wade, out to have a little chat with Garrett Bullock. And the Goldeyes have fashioned together 3 runs on 5 hits, and that is a big hit for Amos Ramon, a 2-run single right back up the middle. And Amos obviously feeling much better about what he's doing at the plate after going through a little bit of a slide there when the team was on the road. And some good base running. Lentini scores. Allen scores. And Winnipeg scoring early and trying to score often. And here's Ray Sadler. 1 in the first, 2 so far here in the second. There's only 1 out. And Ray, who's 0 for 1 today, steps in from the right side. First throw goes over to first. And Ramon back in time. Amos is 4 of 6 on the base paths this year. Sadler a home run last night, and it was a shot. Out by that Brian Dubas sign in left center. The pitch is high. First offering, ball 1. And we have a winner on trivia. Winner of the answer coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Goldeyes have already released a statement about Lentini's stolen base record. 332nd here today. Pitch is fouled back. And it's a ball and a strike to Ray. 10-year independent career for Phelan Lentini, 35 years old. And a throw goes over to first base, and back in time is Amos. And Lentini in his 5th season as a Goldeye. Needs 20 more stolen bases, 27 more stolen bases to reach Brian Dubas, the all-time franchise leader. Pitches inside, 2-1. And Lentini stole 57 in his first year with the Goldeyes in 06 to set the single season Goldeyes stolen base mark. He's had a great career. Championships along the way. The 2-1 is low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Sadler. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Again, a winner on trivia. Winner in the answer in the 7th. Mosquite is at 3rd. Ramon is at 1st. And Bullock comes set, the 3-1. Swung on and fouled away by Sadler, and that gets out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, Pete Gailey versus right-hander Luis Munoz. It's almost, the Goldeyes have so many left-handers in their starting rotation that you just identify the right-handers now. Not the other way around in baseball for all these years and decades and seasons and games played, where you identify the lefty first and foremost, because you assume that everybody's right-handed. Throw goes over to first, and Ramon back in time. The 3-2 home now, swung on and missed, and Sadler waved at a high fastball and will go down swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, 3rd of the ball game for Bullock, and Ryan Skoma the batter. And Skoma steps in from the left-hand side. And Skoma drew a walk, his first plate appearance this afternoon. And he goes lefty-lefty against Bullock here. First pitch. Curve, a little bit high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Skoma on a 5-game hitting streak, batting .360 on the year. 1-0 is high, 2 balls and no strikes. In terms of hits on the team, Skoma has 58. Louise Allen, 72. Pitch is swung on, fouled back, and it's 2-1. Casey Arthur has 74. Team leader in hits is Arthur at 74, and then Allen at 72. And obviously the reason they don't have a better average than Skoma is they've had more plate appearances, more at-bats. 2-1 is low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Skoma, if he turns this into an at-bat, this will be number 162. By comparison, Luis Allen has 229. 3-1 is outside, ball 4. And up goes that on-base percentage again, and that's walk number 3 issued by Garrett Bullock today. And the bases are loaded for guess who? Casey Arthur. Arthur leads the team with now 75 hits, in fact, in 247 at-bats. He is hitting .301 coming in. Bases are loaded. He does have a grand slam, does Arthur. And Arthur stands in from the right-hand side. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second. 2 out, bases loaded. First pitch is low, ball 1. Arthur has an RBI single already today. He is now 8 for 21 on the homestand. And that's a .381 average. 8 homers, 38 driven in. The pitch. Swung on, knocked down the left field line, and it is foul. Oh, boy. Hard hit ball, but foul. It was one of those ones where it hits the first bounce is on the grass. The next hit that you hear, the next thing it hits is the outfield fence, and it goes boom. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike here to Arthur. A Goldeye at every base. Mesquite at third, Ramon at second, Skoma at first. 1-1. Swung on, fouled back. And that will get out of play. And behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Casey is 5 for 9 in this series. And Bullock will come set. 1-2 pitch. Inside, he just got hit, or did he not? Did he get out of the way of it? It bounced, and Casey kind of turned and flinched a little bit, but it missed him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arthur strides back in from the right side. A Goldeye at every base. They've scored twice in this inning. 2-2 pitch is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nowhere to put Casey Arthur, Goldeye's first baseman. Beautiful day here in downtown Winnipeg. Good crowd here today. There you go, Goldie. Attaboy. 3-2. Swung on, chopper out toward third. Nealon to his left, fields it, shuffles, and throws across to get Casey Arthur. And the Goldeyes are done here in the bottom of 2. 8 men step to the plate, 2 men cross it. On a total of 3 hits, no errors. Bases get left loaded is what I want to say. We go to the third, 3-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Got all your bases covered? With Manitoba Blue Cross, you do. They provide peace of mind for you and your family, no matter what the situation. Planning on taking a little family trip? Make sure to get travel coverage from Blue Cross. Looking for more benefits for your employees? Look no further than Blue Cross. They also handle individual life insurance. It's a real triple play.
Contact your insurance broker or visit nb.bluecross.ca.
Manitoba Blue Cross, color of caring.
You love your steak, but what else do you really know about it? If you believe the redder the meat, the fresher it is, or that shipping it from across the world is best, it's time for re-education. Learn what quality really means from your beef specialist, the Carver's Knife. All of their quality beef comes from local farmers, and it's properly aged to bring out the best flavor. Once you try a Carver's Knife steak, there's no going back. Know your meat and where it comes from. Get educated at the Carver's Knife, 1530 Regent Avenue West, and now open at 39 Marion Street in the Dominion Center Mall.
Greenwood Inn and Suites. They come by their name honestly. Greenwood is one of the few Winnipeg Airport hotels awarded a 4-key eco rating. Their strong commitment to our environment extends to creating the most comfortable home away from home for their guests. Special group room rates, 8,000 square feet of meeting space, on-site pool, hot tub, steam room, restaurant, and lounge, plus complimentary airport shuttle service, parking, and more. Bring your special events home to the Greenwood Inn and Suites. GreenwoodWinnipeg.com.
Grand Slam Goldeyes coverage with Paul Edmonds. This is TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Top of the third inning, we welcome you back. And Brett Flowers, Josh Colafamina, and David Cooper due up here. Winnipeg leads at 3-0. Glad to have you along. We'll have a look at the scoreboard here. Other leagues, other cities as we get moving along. Matt Rush works into his third inning. First pitch is a little bit high, ball one. High across the network today. You folks tuning in Gimli on CJ 107.5. In the Interlake, 1-0. Swung on, fouled away right side, another play onto Pioneer Avenue, and it's 1-1 strike. Hello to the Heartland on CJ 97.1 in Neepawa, Manitoba. And hi to you folks in the Swan River Valley. CJ 104.5 in Swan. 1-1 is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. And, of course, everybody else tuning in on our flagship station, TSN 1290. And hi to you folks in the World Wide Web. And watching video on the service provided by the Goldeyes as well. 2-1 is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 2-2. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. Hopefully your day is as good as ours. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. We're in the third. Matt Rush working into his third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flowers 4 for 7 in the series, hitting .278. He had 3 hits last night, all singles. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Slider just missed outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Flowers, no homers and 27 driven in. And Rush getting the sign from Allen, who sets up outside. The payoff pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. In the American League, on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard, Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. Cleveland is leading Texas 4-0. That's in the 7th. I'm not so sure about Texas anymore. The 3-2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Flowers went chasing. And Matt Rush has struck out 3 in a row and 5 in the baseball game, and 1 here to start inning number 3. And the batter is Josh Colafamina. So, for you folks that are in the ballpark, Josh Colafamina and Matt Rush, the hitter and the pitcher, are very good friends from growing up in Schenectady, New York. They are buddies. First pitch is in there for a strike, and they face each other here. That's going to be an odd feeling. 0-1. Colafamina did not play in either of the first 2 games, so this is his first action in this series. The 0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He's hitting .204. 3-0 Winnipeg in front. We're in the third. 6th inning, the New York Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays are tied at 5. 0-2. Swung on, chopper right side to his right. Mesquite fields it, jump throw back to first in time. What a play by Kevin Mesquite. Going to his right, fielding that baseball, and a jump throw against the grain back to first base to get it right on the money to Casey Arthur, and there's 2 away. Excellent defensive play by Kevin Mesquite. And here's David Cooper. And Cooper stands in from the left-hand side. We're in the sixth inning, or pardon me, they're in the sixth inning in New York. We're in the third, and they're tied at 5. The ball is jumping out of the ballpark there at Yankee Stadium. Derek Jeter, his first home run of the year. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Alfonso Soriano is first as a Yankee in his return. And Will Myers for Tampa Bay. And on that Jeter home run, it was the first pitch he saw in his first game back since injuring that quad after the ankle injury. 0-1. Fastball's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Houston and Toronto are tied at 1 in the 7th. Houston getting a run on a Brett Wallace. Home run is 6th. Boston leads Baltimore 3-0 in the 5th. David Ortiz has homered for Boston, his 20th. Don't know, there was some video that was on the internet. The 1-1 is inside. And getting out of the way of that is David Cooper, and it goes back to the screen. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike, and I think Luis Allen got crossed up on that and got that baseball to ricochet off his arm and then back to the screen. So that's hurting a little bit. But David Ortiz, I think it was last night, beat up the phones in the dugout after making it out. Wasn't very happy. 2 balls, 1 strike. David Cooper, 3 for 7 in this series. The 2-1 is low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kansas City leading the Chicago White Sox 2-1 in the 4th. Up at 3 o'clock today, Los Angeles at Oakland, that being the Angels. Tommy Hanson 4-2, Jared Parker 6-6. The pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 3-2. 3:10 today, Minnesota at Seattle. Kyle Gibson 2-2. He's the future of that rotation for the Twins, gets the start. Erasmo Ramirez counters for the Mariners. He's 1-0. 3 balls, 2 strikes to David Cooper here. Left-handed batter. It's 8 up, 8 down, and here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled away left side off the upper deck facade, back down below. Great catch by a fan. And casually just sits back in his seat and gives it to a kid. Nice job. Interleague play today. Detroit leading Philadelphia 6-3. That's in the 6th inning. Couple of games underway in the National League already. Miami leading Pittsburgh 3-2 in the 9th. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Cooper. Swung on, and that is popped up. Shallow right, back goes Mosquede. Under it, makes the catch. 9 up, 9 down here for Matt Rush on the Trois-Rivières. Leze. Zeros across the board. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. 3-0 Winnipeg. You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball from downtown in the Capital Region on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
We all know that money doesn't grow on trees, but it sure grows in our branches. At Steinbach Credit Union, you get a great interest rate on any of our savings accounts, right from $1. That's right, no minimum balance here. Add to that a complete range of financial products and our unparalleled service, and that could put a smile on anyone's face. So switch to SCU today and laugh all the way from the bank. Steinbach Credit Union, taking care of the world's most important money, yours.
Support your own. The Goldeyes and Fort Garry Brewing. Located right here in Winnipeg, Fort Garry Brewing is Manitoba's #1 brewery, crafting a full spectrum of delicious beers and ales, including the award-winning Fort Garry Dark, fan favorite Fort Garry Pale, and team-inspired Angry Fish Pilsner. All are available at Shaw Park. So cheer on the home team. Fort Garry Brewing, Manitoba made, Manitoba's own.
Hey, what's up? It's me, your manly pickup truck. We've had some fun times, you and me, huh? Hauling things, carrying things, trucking things. Okay, so they're the same thing, but that's what I'm here for. Am I right, my brother? Hoorah! Anyway, no big deal. But if you have a sec, I could really use a little me time with Mr. Lube. It's like a day spa. The kind of spa where you bench press things, manly things. Yeah.
Get top-to-bottom maintenance from Mr. Lube and take good care.
Bottom of the third inning, Josh Mazzola was the only one that didn't hit for the Goldeyes in the second. He'll lead off the third. Winnipeg has scored in 2 straight off Garrett Bullock and lead it 3-0. First pitch swung on, and that's looped out toward left. Drew Miller toward the line will make the catch, and Josh Mazzola is out number 1 on 1 pitch. The batter is Phelan Lentini. He'll be followed by Luis Allen. Glad to have you along. Checking scores in the National League. Told you Miami leading Pittsburgh 3-2 in the ninth. Giancarlo Stanton, formerly known as Mike Stanton, his 13th home run for the Marlins. And Washington all over the Mets. It's Washington 10, New York 1 in the 5th. Wilson Ramos has a home run, his 6th. First pitch to Lentini. He's on the outside edge for a strike. Slew of games at 3 or 3:10 today in the senior circuit. 3 o'clock, Chicago at San Francisco, 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Travis Wood, 6 and 7 for the Cubs. Tim Lincecum, 5 and 10 for the Giants. Also at 3 today, Cincinnati at Los Angeles, 1-1. Swung on, and that is looped out toward left. Coming toward the line, Drew Miller still coming, and he dives. Can't make the catch, and it's a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tony Cingrani getting the start for the Reds, 4-1. Chris Capuano, 3-6 for the Dodgers. I don't know if you caught this, but Rick Forney and I were talking about the Dodgers being the hottest team in Major League Baseball since June 3rd. And they've taken over the lead in that National League West. And they're hosting Cincinnati today at 3 o'clock Central. Milwaukee at Colorado. Donovan Hand, 0-2 for the Brewers. And Yoeli Chacin, 9-5 for the Rockies. The pitch swung on, and a bullet hit out to third to his right. Nealon spears it for out number 2. And Phelan Lentini, how about that? Just about chalking the line and then hitting an atom ball. And he was talking yesterday and around the association, something that you can hear tomorrow, podcast on the Goldeyes site if you want, about sometimes it's just not going to go your way. And that was case in point with that at bat. Here's Luis Allen. So if you're scoring at home, that's a liner to third. And Luis Allen, 5 for 8 in this series. First pitch is a breaking ball that floats high, ball 1. He's 1 for 1 here today. He has stolen a base today, his 6th, on the back end of a double steal where Phelan Lentini pitches swung on and bounced right back up the middle for a base hit. Past a diving Colafamina. And Allen is 2 for 2 here today, and now is 6 for 8 in the series. And he stole a base on the back end of a double steal, a stolen base in front of him, where Phelan Lentini became the all-time stolen base leader in independent baseball with his 332nd. Winnipeg now has 6 hits off of Garrett Bullock tonight. And here is Kevin Mosquite. And Bullock comes set. First pitch is low, ball 1. 3:10 today, San Diego and Arizona. Tyson Ross, 1-4 for the Friars. And Patrick Corbin, 12-1 for the Snakes. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss on an off-speed variety. Way out in front of it was Kevin Mosquite. 1-1. And Sunday Night Baseball tonight. There's the St. Louis Cardinals in Atlanta. They're taking on the Braves. Jack Buck, Harry Carey will have the call tonight. The 1-1 swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Shelby Miller getting the start for the Cardinals. 10-6. And Chris Medlin, 6-10 for the Braves. 1 ball, 2 strikes. American Association today, games underway. Fargo and Sioux City tied at 3 in the 4th. Fargo had a 9-run inning yesterday in a game that eventually won them the game over Sioux City. The pitch is just outside, 2-2. But Sioux City came back late and really made a game of it and lost only by 2 runs. And El Paso leading Kansas City 2-0 in the 5th. And Gary in front of St. Paul 2-0 in the 4th. 5 o'clock today, Sioux Falls at Lincoln. 6 o'clock, Wichita, Grand Prairie. Pitch is swung on, popped up. Foul territory, first base side, and over to dive after it is Flowers in front of his own dugout. Just missed it. It bounced into the seats, and Flowers will get paid off by the fans for a great effort. And Mosquito will live to see another pitch, and the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Okay, they're underway in Steinbach today as well. If anybody is down watching that game, I think they only play 7 innings in junior baseball. And if we're done before, or if you're done before we are here, let us know what's going on between Altona and Carillon. 2-2 is inside, and it got away from Frostad, but holding tight at first base is Luis Allen. 2 away and a runner at first. Altona at Carillon. It's the 5th and deciding game of that semifinal. The winner will meet Pembina Valley in the Manitoba Junior Baseball League Final, starting this coming week. Series is tied at 2, and the finals will start on July the 30th. 3-2. Swung on, lined over third into left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is Allen, and Kevin Mosquito is aboard for the second time. And there's 2 on Winnipeg's 6th and 7th hits with 2 away here. Back to the top of the order in Tyler Graham. Again, they got underway at 2 o'clock. Altona Bisons and Carillon Sultans. 5th and deciding game of the semifinal. Winner will meet Pembina Valley in the MJBL final. Carillon looking to advance to the final and at least have an opportunity to defend their 2-time consecutive championship in the MJBL. And Tyler Graham stands in from the right side. 1 for 2 today. A base hit, a run scored, and a strikeout. Bullock comes set. First pitch is just outside, ball 1. So there's our first look at the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is high, 2-0. Tyler Graham batting .293. A homer and 6 driven in. Goldeyes putting some pressure on Lazeg here with 2 away in the bottom of this 3rd inning. The 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Graham is 3 for 11 in the series. Luis Allen at second. Kevin Mosquito is at first. Bullock will come set. The pitch. Inside, it just hit him, I think. It did. It hit him on the inside foot. The inside part of the back foot. So the bases will be loaded here. And here comes Amos. So it's a hit batsman. Allen over to third. Mesquite up to second. And Amos Ramon, 1 for 2 today. The hit drove in 2 runs in a 2-run second inning. And famous Amos will stride in from the right-hand side, looking confidently, waggling that bat with the bases loaded. First pitch. Swung on. Oh, he took a good hack and fouled off of mask of the catcher in Emerson Frostad, and it's strike 1. Goldeyes 3 runs on 7 hits on the Culligan in-game line score. 0, 0, and 0 across for Trois-Rivières. Bases loaded here for Amos Ramon. And Garrett Bullock will step off. There's activity in the bullpen for Lazeg. Number 32 down there throwing. And the pitch is inside off of the end of the bat. And it's a foul ball. And it goes back to the screen, and it's strike 2 on Ramon. Dan Britton Foster is throwing, a right-hander. Dan Britton Foster. 0-2 to Ramon. And Bullock will get the sign, come set, bases loaded, 2 away. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Amos has already extended a hitting streak to 6 straight with a 2-run single today. He's driven in RBI 35 and 36. He's right up there on the top 3 of the team in runs batted in. He'll call for time and step out. Allen at third, Mesquite at second, Graham is at first. We're in the bottom of inning number 3. And Bullock comes set. 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back into the mid of Frostad, who will make the squeeze on that. And that's it for Winnipeg. Strikeout number 4 for Garrett Bullock, and he will get out of a jam. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left. We'll go to the 4th. Goldeyes lead at 3-0 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Teamwork wins ball games, and it's made Sabre Agencies an even stronger player in the insurance business. Recently, Sabre Agencies teamed up with Canada's largest personal property insurance company, Intact Insurance. So now, when life throws you a curveball, they'll get you back in the game faster than ever. Are you over 50 with no claims for 3 years? Then you could score big league savings on home insurance, including no deductible on your first claim. Call Sabre Agencies for details. 694-6787.
Now, I'm not afraid to take risks under the perfect ideal conditions, but when it comes to pizza, I'll stick with Santa Lucia Pizza. Why risk getting anything less than Santa Lucia, voted best pizza in Winnipeg by Uptown Magazine readers for 6 straight years, and winner of the Consumer Choice Award for best pizza restaurant for 7 years? I mean, after all, this is pizza we're talking about.
Don't risk ordinary pizza. Get Winnipeg's best at Santa Lucia Pizza. Dine in, take out, or home delivery.
You see, the best ingredients make the best pizza.
Summer is the season for long road trips with the family.
Are we there yet?
And if you want to make it there, it's time for you to talk to Cal. No matter if your visit is for a tire rotation, an alignment, or even a basic oil service, all your visits come with a free mechanical inspection. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the high temperatures and heavy use that summer driving brings. Talk to Cal at any one of Cal Tire's 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
You gotta roll it.
Every pitch, every hit, every minute of the action. On your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Top of inning number 4. 3-0. Winnipeg in front. Back to the top of the order here for Trois-Rivières. Steve Brown, Emerson Frostad, and Drew Miller. 1, 2, 3. My name is Paul Edmonds. Glad to have you along. And Steve Brown will lead it off. He is 0 for 1 today. Brown flew out to center field for the first out of the game. Well, as we try to do every once in a while, we try to bring people on that have some news, have something exciting to talk about. And we'll do that again here in this 4th inning. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. My guest is Charlene Keenis, who, of course, I think could be the mayor of Transcona. You've lived there long enough, right? You've worked there long enough, have you not?
Yes.
Yes. You are also a huge Goldeyes fan, have been for many, many years. The 0-1 swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I remember, this is how long I've been around and how long your family's been around following the Goldeyes and being fans. Your daughter was one of the bat girls for the team back at the stadium. And then she's not only graduated high school, but she's graduated to become a nurse now. So, I mean, a lot of years, a lot of water's gone under the bridge. Pitches outside 1 and 2.
That's right, Paul. She actually works in the radiology department.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I knew it was something to do with the medical field.
Absolutely.
Somebody's going to save my life one day anyway. Somebody's going to do a good job on me. Pitches outside 2 and 2. And, of course, not only that, but you're here a lot, but you're also involved in volleyball.
Yes, very much so. I'm with Windman Volleyball Club, which is one of the biggest volleyball clubs, or if not the biggest volleyball club in Canada.
Pitch is swung on and lined into left field for a base hit for Steve Brown. And the perfect game and no-hitter are gone with a leadoff single here in inning number 4. And the batter is Emerson Frostad. So the Windman Club is one of the biggest clubs in the city?
Definitely the biggest club in the city, and one of, if not the biggest clubs in Canada, because we have both boys and a girls program.
So tell me a little bit about club volleyball.
Well, club volleyball is a league, not necessarily a league, but an organization where it is a group of athletes where you kind of bring the most elite athletes in your province together, coming from their high school teams. It's not like other sports where there's perhaps set boundaries or regions. If you live here, you have to play with this team. They're open tryouts where you bring the best kids together and coaches pick their teams, and you go on from there. The season begins in January, so there's a little bit of a break after the high school season, tryouts in December, and then you're full steam ahead in January.
First pitch is in there for a strike, and second pitch missed Emerson Frostad, so the count 1 ball and 1 strike of the catcher. He is 0 for 1 today. Rush goes to work from the stretch for the first time. Pitch is swung on and fouled away, and it's 1-2. So, okay, listen, this is where we want to get to before we get to some other parts of what we want to talk about, and that is how it's kind of changed since your and my day growing up here, where you played volleyball or you played basketball, particularly volleyball. It started really in junior high. You could either make the varsity or the freshman team, and then same when you got to high school. And the high schools played against each other, junior highs played against each other, and it was all really related through school, pitches outside 2 and 2. You still have that, but these are for kids that want to take volleyball a little bit further and play more than, say, just 2 months of the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a club program, so you are bringing the most elite athletes together to compete against each other.
2-2. Runner on the move, pitch is swung on and fouled away, left side and out of play. And it is still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Frostad. So, I mean, who would you play then?
Well, you play other clubs within your province.
Okay.
Or, around your province. Like we have teams that will travel to play against other provinces for certain competitions. And then you do that throughout the club season within your province. And then at the end of the season, there's the provincial championships where the teams compete against each other at a provincial level. And then on to nationals after that. And that would be the biggest competition for teams and the last one of the season.
Pitch is bounced out towards third. To first. Harther will field it, step on first, and he gets the out of Frostad there, and then throws to second, and applying a tag to get the out on Brown is Mazzola. It ends up being a 3-6 double play that Frostad hits into, and that erases Steve Brown. And back at the minimum here with 2 away now in the 4th inning is Matt Ross. So 2 down. And a nice play started by Casey Harther. And the first pitch to Drew Miller is on the outside edge for a strike. Okay, how many kids do you have in the program?
This year we had 16 teams, 10 boys, 6 girls, which equated into 177 athletes.
Wow. And the 0-1 swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Drew Miller. I've always said this, and it's not just because you're here, Charlene, but this province, listen, we have great athletes in all sports, okay? From the amateur level and then eventually to professional level. Jonathan Taves comes to mind, okay?
Right.
In hockey. But there's a couple of sports that we really do well in this province. The 0-2 is way inside, and Miller just got hit. And he'll chuck the bat and trot down to first base. I've always felt we've done very well in swimming, and I always felt we've done very well in volleyball. Would that be true?
Absolutely true for volleyball. I can't speak to swimming. I don't know a lot about that sport. However, volleyball definitely. We referred to a lot of times as the hotbed.
And why is that? We've had 2 really good university programs, men's and women's, over the years at both schools here. That's part of it, I would think.
I would think definitely. I don't know. I just, perhaps, it seems like the trend now for, I'd say, the boys, they're either playing hockey or they're playing volleyball, it seems. Of course, there's basketball in there, too. I'm not really sure what the reason is. Possibly the success of our university teams, possibly the success of those teams combined with players that were on those teams that have stayed in the province
Sure.
and are now coaching and have a real interest in the sport and are giving back in that capacity.
Pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike to Cam Nealon. 2 away, runner at first base. It's the 4th inning. 3-0 is the score for Winnipeg. Charlene Keenis is my guest. She's the assistant club director for the Windman Volleyball Club. Pitch is low and inside. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. A club you've been involved with for 19 years? No, 9 years. But you've been involved in sport in volleyball for 19 years.
Yes.
I read the bio, see?
Okay. I played as a player, so you kind of can do the math and figure out how old I am, I guess.
The 2-1. Swung on, ground ball right side, step to his left, Mosquite up with it over to first. Hold that thought. Or maybe you don't want to talk about your age. Maybe we'll just skip it. The break comes at a good time. We'll talk a little bit more about volleyball and certainly about baseball when we return. No runs, a hit, and 1 left here for Trois-Rivières. Bottom of the 4th is next. 3-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Cambrian Credit Union members will never say things like,
I just love paying service fees.
my high mortgage rate is amazing.
Of course I'll pay $1.50 to use this ATM.
With Cambrian Credit Union's great rates and hassle-free services, our members know we have their best interest at heart. Save more of your money with refunded service fees from the UNFI and Cambrian Credit Union. Cambrian Credit Union, building strong financial foundations to make your dreams come true.
Cheers to the NSA slow pitch team whose uniforms are not uniform at all. Cheers to the times where more prep goes into playing after the game than playing in it. Cheers to the team who carries the cooler to the bench first and then maybe goes back to the van for the bats, balls, and gloves. Cheers from the Bud family, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Light Lime. Proud sponsors of your Winnipeg Goldeyes and every NSA slow pitch team in Winnipeg. Go get 'em.
It's a quiet evening at the lake. You can hear the birds singing before bed. The gentle waves. It doesn't get any better than this. Unless
you add Archangel Fireworks to your night. Having a birthday? Amp it up with fireworks. Family reunion? Nothing says we missed you like a crackling peony exploding in the sky. Typical Wednesday? You guessed it. You need Archangel Fireworks. 104 Pembina Highway.
Bottom of the 4th inning, we welcome you back, and the Goldeyes lead at 3-0. My name is Paul Edmonds, and I'm proud to have on Charlene Keenis, who is with the Windman Volleyball Club. She's also the 2011 Volleyball Manitoba Volunteer of the Year for what is now 18 years involved in the sport. And coaching various girls and boys teams at the middle and high school level, as well as elite club teams. We'll talk a little bit about, the day that is today with the Windman Club. You brought them to the ball game.
Yes, our 18U team, the Windman Legends, are here today, guests of Canada Inns and Volleyball Manitoba. Earlier today, they had a really great lunch provided to them. So they met as a team and had a lunch with those 2 sponsors. And then another part of the deal was to come here to the game and be in a suite. So they're over there to our right.
Pitch is swung on. Ray Sadler, 2 pitches into the bottom of the 4th. Lines 1 to center field for a base hit. And now it'll be Ryan Skoma due up.
They're over in Suite 20. They're enjoying the game. Beautiful afternoon here. And the reason for that is because they were named the 2013 Volleyball Manitoba Team of the Year. Based on their success this year, they won various tournaments throughout the season, won the provincial championship, and the big highlight of the year, they went on and were crowned. They won the national championship this year in Edmonton earlier in May.
Pitch is swung on and missed, and it's strike 1 to Ryan Skomas. So it's a little bit of a reward for them. Are they celebrating today, really? Or?
They are. Obviously they celebrated at the moment and celebrated, obviously, with each other and their families. And now today, back together as a team, celebrating. And it is a special day because they are 18U, so they're graduating out of our program.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them, this would be, I guess, the end of their career as far as an elite program, and some of them are moving on to post-secondary university or colleges through scholarships that they've attained through that.
Pitch is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Ryan Skoma, who has walked twice today. And the Goldeyes have 8 hits. They have a right-hander in the ball game now for Trois-Rivières, and that will be Dan. And a pitch is swung on and popped up into center field. John Smith is there, and he will make the catch. The first time they've retired Ryan Skoma here today. on that fly ball to center field. It'll be Dan Britton Foster, number 32. So that's it for Garrett Bullock. He goes 3 innings today, gives up 7 hits, 3 runs. All of them earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and he hit a batter. And this pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 452-0909. So Dan Britton Foster is in the ball game here. And there's 1 on and 1 out. And the pitch to Arthur is outside, ball 1. And for Britton Foster, a right-hander, 6'2", 210, 23 years old. And the numbers on him. He makes his 15th appearance. He was in the starting rotation. Pitches sharply hit out toward third. Got by Nealon into left field. And Casey Arthur has really started to find his swing in the last couple of games. 2 hits here today. And he now has hits in all 3 games of this series. And he has 6 hits in 11 trips in this set. And it pushes Sadler up to second. And Arthur is aboard at first base for Josh Mazzola, who is 0 for 2 today. So Winnipeg now with 9 hits on the board. And as we mentioned, Dan Britton Foster, 7 starts, and now into the bullpen, his 15th appearance of the year. He's 3-2 with a 4.96. First pitch to Mazzola is inside, ball 1. 52 2/3 innings, 57 hits, 29 earned runs, 12 walks, 36 strikeouts, 7 homers allowed, and the opposition batting .269 against them. So you're not down in your normal seat today. You're up in the Sky Suite.
Well, I'm actually spent a little bit of time with the boys, but this is their day, so I left them out with their coaches and their hosts to have some fun. And I was actually joined Eric Forney and the family.
Oh, okay.
She was kind enough to ask us up to her suite today.
Okay, pitch is swung on and fouled back, and it's 2-1 here to Josh Mazzola.
I don't really like the sun, so that was really a welcome invitation.
I kind of enjoy the sun, but I always seem to be working in it. You're very lucky here at this point, because when we sign on 55 with Forney, the sun is right here into the press box, and the big windows here create that atrium effect, and it's warm. Let's just say that. Slider in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. So you have some Windman athletes here, and, of course, when does the program run? You said, usually after the volleyball is done at the high school level, so you go January to, the end of school, or does it continue over the summer? Pitch is swung on, bounce out toward third. To his right, Nealon. He will step on third for 1, throw over across to first, and it won't be in time as it threw and pulled the first baseman Flowers off the bag. And Josh Mazzola will have a fielder's choice, even though Ray Sadler gets forced for the second out at third base.
Well, the teams are selected. Tryouts are held in December after the high school season ends. Competition begins in January, and then it is finished by the end of, the weekend, the long weekend in May is when all age groups are complete as far as nationals. As far as the program, I have one of 3 directors. We have Tim Awe and Colin McDonald, who are also club directors, and, we work pretty well. It's almost the whole year. I'd say 10 months of the year that we're working at Windman, along with our school teams and our jobs at school every day.
Lentini will bounce one back toward the pitcher, and he will make a nice little play. Will Dan Britton Foster, and the Goldeyes are done here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, and they leave a couple. We'll go to the 5th when we come back. 3-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Most days, you can predict what life's going to throw at you.
He's 2 for 2 at bat so far today.
But every once in a while...
Strike! Oh, he did not see that coming.
When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance, putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
From the diamond to the driveway, from weekend warrior to world-class pro, local athletes are choosing Manitoba pork for peak performance. Loaded with lean, high-quality protein and essential vitamins and minerals, pork is a powerhouse of nutrition for serious athletes. For a real competitive edge, choose Manitoba pork, fueling today's athletes. Learn more about pork for peak performance at manitobapork.com.
You like to shop around and ask,
is that the best you can do?
So do we. When it comes to windows, Best Windows and Doors doesn't go with just a single manufacturer. We shop around. Only the best quality, efficiency, and warranty will do. And only a few have it all. And that's all you'll find at Best Windows. So go ahead, shop around and ask,
is that the best you can do?
No doubt you'll find your way to Best Windows and Doors, where the best is all we do. 1676 St. James.
Your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. This is TSN 1290, tsn1290.ca. Now back to Paul Edmonds.
Matt Rush works into his fifth. Winnipeg leads at 3-0. It's John Smith, Jeremy Nowak, and Brett Flowers. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. And my guest is Charlene Keenis from the Windman Volleyball Club, established in 2003. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. I mean, really, you've been around for about a decade, 11 seasons now, I guess.
That's right.
And you've got 16 teams. So it's grown pretty quickly. The 0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. And that just tells you a little bit more about the popularity of the sport of volleyball in the province of Manitoba.
That's right, Paul, and I think, the dedicated volunteers that we've had along the way and the coaches that remain with the program, with that continuity, you can grow and develop your program.
Pitch is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So, listen, what kind of player was the coach, Charlene Keenis?
Well, I had my moments. I was on the starting lineup in school. Unfortunately for me, in high school, once that was done, there was no club program when I went through.
Yeah, you were done. You were either going to university, and
yeah.
The chances of that, because they're only carrying, 12 or 14 players.
Absolutely, yes. So that when I look at this now and see the opportunity that kids have now, I really wish I would have had that opportunity because it's really a neat experience for sure.
Pitch is bounced right side foul.
And I was a gym rat. I was in every sport that there was offered at school and in the community club. Everything except gymnastics. Can you guess why?
Sure. Yeah, I can. You're not like Genevieve Tugus out there from the Russian bar trio, the 1-2.
No.
It's just outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They've been great today, the Russian bar trio.
She is amazing.
And I'm not talking, like I said the other day, about 3 kgb with a bottle of vodka here.
No, that is amazing. Strength, balance, everything. That's
2-2. Swung on.
See that.
Fouled back. And, by the way, if anybody's interested in trying out for your club, working with your club, they can get probably more information on your website at winmanvolleyball.com. Winman, W-I-N-M-A-N, volleyball.com. 2-2. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. And, of course, every club has to have a source of revenue. Every operation needs, of course, capital to run. And you can certainly get involved if you want in the Windman Club if you are not already. Or just want to be philanthropic, I guess. And you've got a couple of initiatives through that. Adopt an Athlete program and the scholarship program, Charlene. And so I'll let you talk about the first one, whichever one you want to kind of highlight first.
Yes, the program, obviously the parents pay for their children to be in this program. And as you and I know, every family's financial situation is different. And at Windman, we really strongly believe that all kids need equal opportunity, no matter what that family's financial situation is. So in 2011, Colin, Tim, and I got our heads together along with past director Mario Collette and decided what can we do to help kids like this. So we established our Adopt an Athlete program. So how that works is we have businesses or companies, individuals, whatever it may be, donate to the program, and whatever they donate is earmarked for athletes who need some financial help.
Okay. John Smith drew a walk. He's at first base. Jeremy Nowak stands in from the left side. Rush from the stretch. First pitch is outside, ball 1. So you build up a little pool to help those that might need a little bit of support, a little bit of help to be part of the program because maybe their folks didn't or don't have as much money to have the kid who might be a real good volleyball player have the opportunity to play club volleyball.
That's right, and we have helped athletes along the way who are very good athletes and have furthered their career past club, playing on at universities or colleges, and now that they've matured and gone through and looked back and see that, like we even had one not very long ago that emailed our club director, Tim, and just said, I see the help I got, I appreciate it so much, now I'm in a position to give back and would like to donate to that.
Pitch is swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2 here to Nowak. Okay, so as you mentioned, established in 2011, different levels of sponsorship include platinum $1,000, gold $500, silver $250, bronze $100. And through donor contributions, you have the ability to offer financial sponsorship to kids in need. Winman believe in equal opportunity for kids to participate in the sport regardless of a family's financial situation. So that's the Adopt an Athlete program. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2 strikes here to Nowak. And then you have a scholarship program as well.
Yeah, we established that in 2009, and what that is just something, again, that the three directors, along with Mario, past director, decided that we wanted to give back to the kids that had been so involved in our program over the years. So there's a list of criteria to apply for this scholarship. One of the pieces of the criteria is that you just have to have some past involvement with Winman, and whether that be as a player, as an athlete, as a coach, or both. The kids apply, and we look over the applications and award the recipients accordingly.
Pitch is swung on and fouled back, and it's 1-2 strikes.
So someone moving on to post-secondary education, and that doesn't mean that they're going to be playing at a post-secondary level. They don't need to be playing volleyball at a college or university, just attending a college or university.
1-2 strikes. Jeremy Nowak, runner at first base. We're in the fifth. 3-0. Winnipeg in front. Rush comes set. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball a little bit low, and it's 2-2 strikes. Okay, so I see you also have some summer programs. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We have two umbrella groups off of our club program. We have the Winman Volleyball Club Wave Summer Camp. That's run pretty well by Tim and Colin. And they have 2 weeks in the summer.
Pitch is lifted out toward right field, and Sadler will come in and make the catch for the first out.
It's going to happen in August, this year, August 12th to 16th and 19th to 23. And the two sessions are for different age groups, and we have kids from entering grades 6 to 11 that come out and, learn a little bit more about the sport, hone their skills, just get a little bit better.
Here's Brett Flowers, who is 0 for 1 today and 4 for 8 in the series. Righty here. Rush comes set. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. See, volleyball was never really my game because I just have no vertical. You know what I mean? I just have no vertical. And if you don't, then you've got to be a setter unless you've got real soft hands to volley the volleyball where you need to go. Well,
how about libero?
Pitch is outside, 1-1 strike. I'll tell you what, I was pretty good at digging the ball, and I could serve okay, but I just was terrible at killing it.
Well, this can just show you how the game has changed. You're right. Years ago, maybe one of the shortest kids was the setter, but now the setter is sometimes on a team one of the biggest kids.
Sure. 2-2 strikes. And the pitch is swung on and fouled away right side, and it's a 2 strikes here to Brett Flowers. I mean, you're also, you're a certified level 1 volleyball coach, too, aren't you?
I am, yes. An NCCP certification. That's all of the coaches that coach in a club program need to be certified, and whether it's level 1, 2, it depends on the age group that you're coaching, but all of our coaches are certified.
1-2. Just missed outside, 2 strikes. And, I mean, you grew up, as you said, a gym rat, but obviously volleyball has always been one of your favorites, and I know baseball is too, of course.
Yeah, I would say softball. I played softball for a number of years, and that was probably my favorite. That and ring ed, I guess. And then I just got into the volleyball in high school and really liked it.
Throw over to first base, and John Smith, who's 13 of 19, just gets back in time. Good move by Matt Rush on that throw over to first base. We're in the fifth, 1 out, 1 on. 3-0 Winnipeg. And Flowers standing in for the right side. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, bounce right side, picked up by Mesquite, goes to second for one. Mazzola down to one in time for a 4, 6, and 3 inning-ending double play. That's it here for Trois-Rivières as they come away empty. Charlene, thanks very much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for you and your family being a great Goldeyes fan for many, many years. I think we could probably say 2 decades now. Wish you all the best with the Windman Volleyball Club. Stop by anytime.
Okay, and thanks for having me on, Paul. And I have to say, watching you work and all the multitasking that you do is definitely a talent, and you're very good at what you do. And love listening to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Charlene Keenan from the Windman Volleyball Club joining us here to tell us a little bit about the group that's out here today and about their club. And you can get involved for sure at windmanvolleyball.com. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
This summer, Boston Pizza has introduced new meteor, full of the bone ribs, baked in one of 6 tasty rib sauces, like Jack Daniel's barbecue, honey garlic, and our new Pizza Q. So come on down to your local Boston Pizza. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring every ribneck you know, because these damn there ribs are good goody. Boston Pizza, if you ain't ribbon, you ain't living. Woo-wee!
It's the Trade-In, Trade-Up event on now at Andy Rewicki's Selkirk Chrysler. Stop in for incredible deals on current vehicles and trade-in values that you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, van, or SUV, Andy Rewicki's Selkirk Chrysler has the right vehicle for you. Plus, enter to win a 2013 new vehicle of your choice. Go to SelkirkChrysler.com and RSVP today to get on the guest list of the private Trade-In, Trade-Up event at Selkirk Chrysler. Hurry, it all ends July 31st.
Impaired driving kills 30 people each year in Manitoba. Every drink affects your ability to drive safely. You might miss a stop sign or not see another vehicle. Maybe you don't notice the pedestrian crosswalk and you can't see the person walking right in front of you. If you plan to drink, plan ahead to get home safely. Don't drink and drive. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
And the first pitch to Luis Allen as we come back is lifted out toward right center. And right there is Nowak and Smith, and they bump each other a little bit, but Smith makes the catch. That was just about danger, as Raphael Gross would say. I smell something danger out there when he was a pitcher for the Goldeyes. Anyway, Smith makes the catch. He and Nowak collide a little bit, but no damage done. Out number 1 recorded in the bottom of this 5th inning as Luis Allen is the first out. And the first time they've been able to retire him, and Kevin Mesquite 1 for 1 with a walk. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. And the Goldeyes second baseman, a walk, a base hit. The pitch is way inside from Dan Britton Foster, and he had to get out of the way of that. And it goes back to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of 5. Goldeyes lead at 3-0. Thanks to Charlene Keenan coming in and telling us a little bit about our volleyball program. And the 1-1 is outside. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the series is not done here today. It will conclude tomorrow at 7:05. We're back at the air at 6:30. For you folks across the network, you're joining us again on Tuesday. The 2-1 is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that'll be a 6 o'clock start time right across the network on Tuesday because it's a doubleheader for that game that was rained out. Back on June 23rd. 3-1. Swung on, fouled back. And it's on top of the roof, and there it is to stay. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Goldeyes getting a run in the first, 2 in the second here today. They have 3 runs on 8 hits on the in-game line score for Culligan Water. And Trois-Rivières has just 1 hit on the board. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball right side, rolled right up to Colafamina, second baseman up with it. He retires the other second baseman in the game with a throw to first, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order in Tyler Graham. Was 1 for 2 today, hit by a pitch.
Designated hitter, number 9, Tyler Graham.
And Graham steps in from the right side. And Graham, a base hit in the first, struck out in the second, hit by a pitch in the third. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. And the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on, fouled away. And out of play. Nothing in 2 here to Tyler Graham. And the pitch is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Graham hitting .293, a homer and 6 driven in. Pitching change been made that last inning by Trois-Rivières to bring in Dan Britton Foster. Pitches outside 2-2. Replace Garrett Bullock. Matt Rush will work into his 6th when the Goldeyes are done here in inning number 5. They're 1 out away from that. And the 2-2 to Graham. There's a breaking ball down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Goldeyes are trying to work their way back not only above 500 the first time in almost 3 weeks, but back toward 500 at home. 3-2. Swung on, ground ball right side. Diving out is Flowers. He will stop it from his knees. A high throw to first base, but pulled down by the tall pitcher Dan Britton Foster, and in advance of Tyler Graham getting across the bag. Nice play all the way around over on the right side of that infield. And that's it for the Goldeyes, who go 1, 2, 3. Zeros across the board. To the 6th we go. 3-0 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Excuse me, it's my first day. Where's the copier?
It's not a copier, it's a Rico.
Okay.
Since Milne Office Systems tailored a Rico document management solution to our office, we've all been a little sensitive about our Rico.
The print quality's amazing.
The training from Milne was first class.
It's totally reliable, and we're saving money every month. So don't call it a copier.
It's a Rico.
Rico, the leading edge of business technology. Made easy by Milne Office Systems. Online at milneoffice.com.
Team's playing great.
Yeah, we're up by 2. Big deal. I've got a 7,000-point lead.
What?
You haven't heard? I've had a fantastic season at Husky Stations this year. It's free to join, and it's easy. All you have to do is swipe, earn, and redeem to get great My Husky rewards like free gas and car washes.
My Husky Rewards. Visit your local Husky to get a card and start earning today. For more information, visit myhuskyrewards.ca.
I've still got a 6,999-point lead on them.
I'm Larry McIntosh. Did you know that Peak of the Market vegetables are grown in Manitoba? Well, they are. 100% Manitoba grown with no exceptions. Peak of the Market's Manitoba family farms are all located within 100 miles of Winnipeg. Peak of the Market, always local and proud of it.
Very best from Manitoba, and it's Peak of the Market.
Grand Slam Goldeyes coverage with Paul Edmonds. This is TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
3-0 Winnipeg. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Colafamina, Cooper, and Brown. And Matt Rush works into his 6th. First pitch to his friend. Josh Colafamina is in there for a strike. Colafamina is 0 for 1 today. He bounced out to second base his first trip. The 0-1 is on the inside edge for a strike. Colafamina, Cooper, and Brown. 8, 9, and 1. Matt Rush is working on a one-hitter here right now. And he is 1 over the minimum. And the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball down the first base line. Fair ball. And it gets by a diving Harther in toward the corner. Over to pick it up is Sadler. He's going to fire it towards second, but it's cut off there by Mosquite. And it's a leadoff double for Josh Colafamina. Kind of one-handed it down the line and a fair ball. And now David Cooper, the batter. And Cooper will stand in for the left side. He's 0 for 1 today. That's hit number 2 for Trois-Rivières. Sioux City leading Fargo today, 8-4. That is in inning number 7 on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. And St. Paul leading Gary 5-2. That's in the 6th. And David Cooper 0 for 1 today. Corners are in on the grass, expecting a bunt here. And he's going to show bunt, pull back, and take outside, ball 1. So right now on the out-of-town scoreboard, things are looking good for Winnipeg. If they can maintain what is on the scoreboard here in downtown Winnipeg, and that is a lead for the Goldeyes, and if they can work that into a victory today. El Paso leads Kansas City, by the way, 5-0 in inning at number 8. 1-0 is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tell you a guy that's had a good season for El Paso in a rather forgettable season for the Diablos is former Goldeye Brian Joint. Had a good year. I wonder if he might be marketable at, the deadline, if somebody might go out to get him just for a little bit more run production. Swinging a good bat. And a spin-off. And Matt Rush will look Colafamina back to second. In the big leagues, some finals. Cleveland shut out Texas 6-0. And Miami beat Pittsburgh 3-2. Partial scores in the 9th inning. Detroit leading Philly in an interleague game, 12-4. The 2-0 to Cooper is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Yankees in Tampa Bay at the stadium are tied at 5 in the 8th. Toronto and Houston are tied at 1 in the 9th. Boston leading Baltimore 5-0 in the 8th. White Sox and Kansas City and Chicago are tied at 2 in the 9th. Washington all over the Mets 13-1 in the 7th. The 2-1 is just outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 to David Cooper, who popped out. Second baseman Kevin Mosquite, his first trip. And Cooper will stand back in from the left side. He's 3 for 8 in the series, batting .210. And the 3-1 swung on, fouled back into the seats. And that will be a souvenir. Nice catch. Got it on the ricochet, but was right there to field his position. And on the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's a great play by a fan. How you doing? 3-0 Winnipeg. We're in the 6th. But Trois-Rivières with a leadoff double. And Matt Rush will come set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he got him with a high fastball. That's a big strikeout. And it's number 6 in the afternoon for Rush. One away here back to the top of the order is Steve Brown, who broke up the no-hitter in perfect game with a single in inning number 4. And Brown will step in from the right side. As I mentioned, the Goldeyes trying to not only work on improving their overall record and getting above 500, but getting their record back toward 500 at home. 13-15. 2 games under. Rush will come set. First pitch to Brown. Swung on and fouled back. That will likely find the roof. Nope, it'll get into the seats. And did somebody get knocked by that baseball? I think they did. Hope they're okay. 0-1 to Steve Brown. And Rush will come set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that fastball, and it's 0-2. 0-2 to Steve Brown. Nothing in 2. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown flew out to center and then singled in the 4th. Runner at second base with 1 away here. Rush comes set, and the pitch. Swung on, and Q shot it off the end of the bat, foul. Let's have a look at Goldeyes this week. And Goldeyes this week brought to you by Boston Pizza. Come and try Boston Pizza's new Meteor. Fall off the bone ribs. Boston Pizza, if you ain't ribbing, well, you ain't living. Well, the Goldeyes continue with the homestand, conclude this series tomorrow on Canadian Heritage Night. We can celebrate our Canadian culture with the Goldeyes. 7:05 start. And it's also train trip giveaway tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lined out to left field, left that up in the zone, and that will go all the way to the wall. Skoma will chase that down into score. He is going to be Colafamina. It's a double here for Brown, who makes it 3-1. And Steve Brown with his second hit of the afternoon.
Number 9, Emerson Frostad.
And here's Emerson Frostad. And Frostad will stand in from the left-hand side. Steve Brown got something up in the zone and hammered it out to left. And Frostad stands in from the left-hand side. 0 for 2 today. First pitch. Swung on and fouled away, left side. And it's strike 1. So 3-1. And you can kind of feel this one starting to slip away. The pace has slowed right down. Trois-Rivières grinding out at bats. And now the Goldeyes obviously feel the same way. They'll get somebody up in the bullpen down that left field line. Frost had 0 for 2 today. He pitches a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Nothing and 2. Emerson Frostad, who was struck out, hit into a double play. Steve Brown at second base. 3-1. Winnipeg is in front. We're in the 6th. And the pitch. Swung on and filleted over third down the left field line, foul. As I mentioned, Goldeyes this week for Boston Pizza. Tomorrow is Canadian Heritage Night. Train trip giveaway. One lucky fan will win a train trip for 2 to Jasper, courtesy of Via Rail Canada. And then Tuesday's the doubleheader. 6 o'clock start. Doors open at 5. 2 7-inning games for the price of 1 to make up a rainout that happened back in June when Lincoln was here for the first time. 0-2. Swung on and fouled back by Frostad and out of play. And on Tuesday night, when Lincoln comes to town, Jamaica trip giveaway. One lucky fan will win a trip for 2 to Jamaica, courtesy of Air Canada Vacations. Wednesday night, back to the 7:05 start. It's McDonald's 2-for-1 Chicken McBistro giveaway. And then on Thursday, August 1st, a 7:05 start, the last game of this 11-game homestand, it's Goldie and Goldette bookmark giveaway to the first 4,500 fans on Library Night. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And that's a big strikeout again by Matt Rush. And he gets Frostad waving at that curveball. Strikeout number 7 on the afternoon. 2 away here for Drew Miller. And Miller 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. Tickets, as always, there is a $5 seat, always will be at Shaw Park. $5, $7, $12, $14, and $18. Available at Ticketmaster.ca, 855-GOLDEYE, or any Ticketmaster location in the province in person, including the box office at Shaw Park. Bouncer out toward third, up with it. Amos bobbled it a little bit, now throws to first, and not in time to get Drew Miller. And the inning will continue here on the air. Miller, a little slow roller out toward third, beats out that throw after Amos picked it up, bobbled it, then picked it up again and threw, and now Cam Nealon will be the batter. And the Goldeyes make an error at third base. And Cam Nealon 0 for 2 here today. So I'd love to see out tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or all of them if you can, before the Goldeyes head down to Fargo next weekend. And here comes Rick Forney. He's going to call for time. He's had the right-hander in Kauhi Downing, loosening in the bullpen. And I'm wondering if he is going to bring Downing into the baseball game here to face Nealon, who is 0 for 2 against Rush. And Forney comes out to have a little chat, settle everybody down, and that's all he does. Matt Rush is 104 pitches right now, and we're in the top of the sixth inning with 2 outs. And Cam Nealon will step up and represent the potential go-ahead run here for Trois-Rivières. He has 8 homers and 38 driven in. Runners at the corners. Goldeyes have made their first error of the afternoon. And the first pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. And for Winnipeg, it's only their second error on the homestand. They've been pretty clean defensively. 0-1 to Nealon here. Righty, Rush will come set. The 0-1 pitch is in there for another strike. And it's 0-2. Couple of good sliders right there. And now Rush at 106 pitches. 0-2 to Cam Nealon. And Rush will come set. And the pitch. Swung on, line to right field for a base hit, and Steve Brown will come in to score. And Cam Nealon, with an 0-2 count, will line one to right, and it's a one-run ball game, and Trois-Rivières is pounding away back into this one. Here comes Rick Forney for the second visit of the inning. That will spell automatic relief here, and the Goldeyes will get into their bullpen. Back in 60 on the call of the bullpen. 3-2 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Hey, it's Ken, and there's a lot of ground to cover out here on the farm. You got to stay connected. I'll tell you what Ken would do. Ken would keep a two-way radio all through the day. Very mobile as the Kenwood two-way radios that'll keep you talking. Tough, long range, long battery life, and even hands-free. Two-way radios from Kenwood. It's what Ken would do, and you should too.
After the sale, it's the service that counts. Prairie Mobile, your Kenwood authorized dealer.
If your business, big or small, has excess waste and recycling piling up, let BFI Canada make your trash our business. Our customized pickup schedules make it easy. With commercial and industrial collection services, BFI Canada can help any business get organized. Want to make your business feel like new? Then call up the Blue. Visit BFICanada.com to schedule your pickup date today. BFI Canada, a cleaner community, a greener environment.
Well, the Goldeyes will get into the bullpen here. 3-2. Trois-Rivières has made it a 1-1 ball game. Winnipeg still leading. And that'll be it for Matt Rush. Should have been out of the sixth. Instead, it's a 5 2/3 innings performance today. And he'll give up 4 hits, 3 of them in this inning. 2 runs, 1 is earned. A walk, 7 strikeouts, and he hits the batter. He gives way to Kauhi Downing. And this pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. So Downing is going to face John Smith. And Smith will stand in from the left-hand side. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Downing will come in, the right-hander out of Hawaii. And look to get an out. 2 on, 2 in, and 2 out here. First pitch is low, ball 1. Downing makes his 26th appearance. He's 2-4 with a 2.81 ERA. 25 2/3 innings, 16 hits, 8 earned runs, 14 walks, 15 strikeouts. Pitch is low, 2-0. And the opposition batting 182 against him. 2 balls and no strikes to John Smith. Smith standing in from the left-hand side. And the pitch. Swung on, lifted out toward right. Pretty well hit. Sadler going back at the warning track, and it's gone. A 3-run homer here for John Smith. And a turn of events in this 6th inning. Trois-Rivières erased a 3-run deficit, and they lead it by a score of 5-3. A 3-run homer for John Smith. And Trois-Rivières has had some momentum since the last inning when they banged into a double play. Then they let off with a double here. They get another double to score a run. The Goldeyes make an untimely error. And now a 3-run homer by Smith. And they lead it by 2 at 5-3. And here's Jeremy Nowak. First pitch is in there for a strike. And Nowak, nothing of 2 today. All these runs will be unearned, but that really doesn't matter. Pitch is swung on and missed, and it's nothing in 2. And Nowak is struck out looking and flown out to right. And the pitch. Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rush leaves the game as the pitcher of record on a winning side. And now is looking at being hung with the loss, the pitch, the breaking ball that's outside, 2-2. And the Goldeyes will have to play catch-up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted out toward left. Coming hard toward the line is Skoma. He will make the catch in foul territory, and the inning comes to an end. Well, for the Trois-Rivières Les Aigles, how about this inning? It ends up being a 5-run inning. They get a total of 3 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of 6. A brand new lead, 5-3 for Les Aigles over the Goldeyes on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Excuse me, it's my first day. Where's the copier?
It's not a copier, it's a Rico.
Okay.
Since Milne Office Systems tailored a Rico document management solution to our office, we've all been a little sensitive about our Rico.
The print quality's amazing.
The training from Milne was first class.
It's totally reliable, and we're saving money every month. So don't call it a copier.
It's a Rico.
Rico, the leading edge of business technology. Made easy by Milne Office Systems. Online at milneoffice.com.
Team's playing great.
Yeah, we're up by 2. Big deal. I've got a 7,000-point lead.
What?
You haven't heard? I've had a fantastic season at Husky Stations this year. It's free to join, and it's easy. All you have to do is swipe, earn, and redeem to get great My Husky rewards like free gas and car washes.
My Husky Rewards. Visit your local Husky to get a card and start earning today. For more information, visit myhuskyrewards.ca.
I've still got a 6,999-point lead on them.
If you love East Indian food and want to introduce your friends to it, bring them to the Clay Oven. They have the best butter chicken in town. Plus, the new Hakka menu features Indian-Chinese fusion. First-timers will love exploring the flavors of our tally platters. Another fresh batch of naan bread is coming out of the oven right now. The Clay Oven with 3 locations, including the brand new restaurant open year-round in the ballpark. Reserve your dinner party or game day seat on the patio at clayoven.ca.
Bravo!
go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Amos Ramon to lead it off, followed by Ray Sadler and Ryan Skoma. And all of a sudden, after a 5-run inning, Trois-Rivières leads 5-3. And the Goldeyes facing Dan Britton Foster. First pitch is a breaking ball to tie, ball one. Well, you could feel it slipping away in that inning, and it did. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that is sharply hit left side, and Amos is going to have his second hit of the afternoon, a leadoff single here in the sixth. And for the Goldeyes, well, what you want to do is wrestle some of that momentum back, right? And Ray Sadler, 1 for 3 here today. John Smith with another home run. He's hit homers in back-to-back games. And for him, that 3-run shot is 15th of the year. First pitch is outside, ball one. Last night, a 2-run shot. Here today, a 3-run homer for John Smith. And that has given Les Aigles the lead here. 1-0 is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0. Sadler today has bounced out, struck out, and singled. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled away right side. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swung on, wrapped out toward third, backing up on it, Nealon. Fields it, throws to second, and they will force Amos there on the fielder's choice by Sadler. And Amos thought that he beat it there. It is only a force. 5-4, and out number 1 recorded. And here's Ryan Skoma. And Skoma stands in from the left-hand side. And Skoma 0 for 1 with a couple of walks today. So a nice play made by Nealon to back up on that and then throw to second to force Ramon. Sadler at first base now. First pitch is swung on and pulled down the right field line for strike 1. That's foul. Goldeyes have, well, they have 9 hits on the board here. I have them with 10. Yeah, I've got 10. 0-1 is on the outside edge for a strike. Nothing in 2. Nothing in 2 to Ryan Skoma. 5-3 Trois-Rivières here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 5-run 6th inning. The pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. One away, 1 on. The pitch is inside, 2-2. Sadler over at first base is 10 of 11 on the base paths. He and Phelan Lantini have a couple of the best stolen base percentages because they've only been caught once this year. 2-2, runner on the move. Pitch is swung on, hit to the gap in right center. That's going to get down, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Sadler around third. He'll score easily. Around second and holding up is Skoma. He'll have an RBI double, and the Goldeyes are down by 1. It's 5-4, Trois-Rivières. And Skoma will extend a hitting streak to 6 straight. RBI number 31 of the year. And the Goldeyes are back in business here with Casey Arthur stepping up and posting 2 hits already on the day. Line drive to the gap there by Ryan Skoma. And Arthur, with a base hit, should score Skoma to tie it if he can produce one. First pitch is a breaking ball that's outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is outside, 2-0. And Arthur, an RBI single in the first. He's grounded out corner to corner in the second, and then singled again in the fourth. He has 38 RBI. The pitch, runner on the move to third, and Frostad bobbled the baseball. Couldn't get a good grip on it. And the transfer from glove to hand. Skoma slides in safely over third. An uncontested stolen base. And for Skoma, his third stolen base of the year. The Goldeyes, with one away, have a runner, the tying run, 90 feet away. The 3-0 is swung on and missed as Arthur had the green light on 3-0 and waves through it at 3-1. So an uncontested stolen base for Skoma. And the Goldeyes looking for a deep fly ball here, too. 3-1 is on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 3-2. Fans thought that was ball 4. Josh Mazzola stands on deck. And Britton Foster comes set, 3-2. Swung on, and that has popped up into shallow left center. That might be trouble. Cooper going back, and underneath it can't make the catch. And then John Smith tripped over the baseball coming in. Skoma will have to wait. Now he comes in to score the tying run on a bloop single by Casey Arthur. His third hit of the afternoon. His second that drives in a run. And we are tied at 5. And Josh Mazzola, the batter. So the Goldeyes come right back and grab some momentum. And they get a bit of a fortuitous hit between a trio of defenders. And Cooper, the shortstop, going back into shallow left center. Miller, the left fielder, coming in. And John Smith, the center fielder, coming in. And here comes Pete LaForest out to have a little chat. He's got a right-hander loosed into the bullpen. And it's number 31 for Trois-Rivières in Nick Purdy. And we'll see what happens with this visit here. Just a reminder, folks, about the musical that's coming up, 50 Shades, the hilarious parody of the 50 Shades of Grey phenomenon. Premieres at Centennial Concert Hall this September, the 5th through 7th. A sexy, hysterical musical romp. 50 Shades, the musical, is a laugh-out-loud night of fun that you won't want to miss. And the show is full of dance numbers and original songs delivered by an outrageous cast with a live on-stage band. Tickets $59.50, $49.50, plus applicable service charges. They're on sale now. Ticketmaster, 855-985-5000, Ticketmaster.ca, or go to 50shadesmusical.com. Nick Purdy's going to come in when we come back in 60. A call to the bullpen being made. Goldeyes have tied it in the 6th. They have 1 on, 1 out, and 2 in on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Leave the daily grind behind and treat yourself to what is by far Winnipeg's best happy hour. Monday through Friday from 3 until 5, the lounge at your favorite Pony Corral location has happy hour appetizers at half price. And on top of that, every Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, you can get 49-cent wings and ribbies. It's all part of Winnipeg's best and most delicious happy hour at your local Pony Corral lounge. Proud to be celebrating 25 years.
We keep old files because they're out of sight and out of mind, or because we think we have to. But someday those old files could bite us if they get in the wrong hands. Isn't it time you let bygones be bygones? Have Protect Document Destruction's mobile service professionally shred your files wherever they are to rid yourself of those ticking time bombs. Protect Document Destruction, 975-0505, a division of Johnson Waste Management.
Well, Dan Britton Foster is done for the afternoon. He was pretty good until this 6th inning, his third He works 2 1/3 innings, does Dan Britton Foster. And he gives up a total of 4 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned, responsible for 1, no walks, and no strikeouts. And Nick Purdy, the batter, to face Josh Mazzola. And Purdy, third pitcher of the afternoon. And this pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. Mazzola 0 for 3 here today. And Purdy, the right-hander, will come set from Ajax, Ontario. First pitch is right down the middle for a strike. And Nick Purdy's seen his second action in this series. We saw him in game 1. He worked 1 inning, gave up 1 hit. The pitch swung on, and that is fouled back on top of the roof here. And that'll get out of play. No balls and 2 strikes on Mazzola. So 1 inning for Purdy, 1 hit. That was 2 nights ago. No runs, a walk, a strikeout in the 6-4 win that Trois-Rivières had on Friday night in game 1. Here we are in game 3 of 4. 5-5 is the score of the pitch. Swung on, lifted towards center. To his left is John Smith. He will make the catch, and there'll be 2 away. And Phelan Lentini, the batter.
Center field, number 24, Phelan Lentini.
And Lentini will step in from the right-hand side. 1 for 3 today. Nick Purdy, pretty good numbers. His 18th appearance, he's 1 and 2 with a 270 earned run average. He's only allowed 15 hits in 23 1/3. Breaking balls inside, ball 1. 7 earned runs, 13 walks, 25 strikeouts, and the opposition hitting a meager 176 against him. Runner over at first base in Casey Harther. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch is outside, 2-0 to Lentini. And Fay with hits in 10 of 11 now, batting .284. And the Goldeyes are looking for something to ward the gap here. And maybe trying to score Harther with a go-ahead run. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of this 6th inning. And the pitch. Swung on, line down the left field line, foul. With Brendan Lafferty throwing in the bullpen down that left field line for Winnipeg. Lentini, earlier today, became the all-time Independent League stolen base record holder with 332. And he did that in inning number 2, stole 3rd. Pitch. Breaking ball is inside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lafferty throwing in the bullpen. The bullpen for Trois-Rivières is idle. And the 3-1. Runner on the move. Pitch is swung on, bounced out toward 3rd. Fielded there by Nealon. Shuffles and throws across. And the Goldeyes are done here in inning number 6. But they get 2 runs to tie. They do so on 3 hits, and they'll leave 1. We'll go to the 7th. Nothing settled. We're tied at 5 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Team's playing great.
Yeah, we're up by 2.
Big deal. I've got a 7,000-point lead.
What?
You haven't heard? I've had a fantastic season at Husky Stations this year. It's free to join, and it's easy. All you have to do is swipe, earn, and redeem to get great My Husky rewards like free gas and car washes.
My Husky Rewards. Visit your local Husky to get a card and start earning today. For more information, visit myhuskyrewards.ca.
I've still got a 6,999-point lead on them.
I'm Larry McIntosh. Did you know that Peak of the Market vegetables are grown in Manitoba? Well, they are. 100% Manitoba grown with no exceptions. Peak of the Market's Manitoba family farms are all located within 100 miles of Winnipeg. Peak of the Market, always local and proud of it.
Very west from Manitoba, and it's Peak of the Market.
Now, more
More than ever, Metro Center gets you where you need to go. Winnipeg store for all things trailer now offers Air Miles Reward Miles and truck accessories. So whenever you come to Metro Center for trailers, parts, hitches, and more, you can also earn Air Miles Reward Miles. Get where you need to go with over 4,000 square feet of trailer parts, truck accessories, online ordering, knowledgeable staff, and trailer service at your Winnipeg trailer store. Metro Center 620 Nairn. Visit metrotrailers.ca.
All right. First pitch to final call. Catch every minute of Goldeyes action on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
We go to inning number 7. And Goey Downing will face Brett Flowers, Josh Colapamina, and David Cooper. In a 5-5 tie, glad to have you along today. And the Goldeyes had a 3-0 lead, fell behind 5-3. They've gone on to tie it here. And now we're getting toward the last 3 innings and the late stages of this baseball game. And Flowers 0 for 2 today. First pitch is a slider from Downing that missed outside, ball 1. Flowers is struck out and hit into a double play. Lafferty throwing in the bullpen. 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. A 5-run 6th inning has accounted for all of Trois-Rivières' runs. 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, beauty, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And Downing comes set, and the pitch. Breaking ball down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flowers hitting .278. And Downing looking in, and now Flowers steps out. By the way, if you're wondering, the Goldeyes have now made 53 errors on the year. Still pretty good. 2-2 is outside 3-2. Trois-Rivières have made 63. So 10 more than Winnipeg. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Flowers. Pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Still 3-2. Fielding totals, the Goldeyes are top 5. In fact, they're 5th. 976. Tied for 4th, actually. 3-2 is outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk here to Brett Flowers. And Josh Colapamina, the batter. Who's had an had a double and a run scored today after he put one down that first base line. And he looks down to Max Poulin coaching 3rd. And we'll see if they are likely to bunt here. The Goldeyes think so at the corners, and Colapamina will bunt one out toward 1st. Picked up by Harther. He'll underhand it to Mosquite covering the bag. The sacrifice is complete. It goes 3-4. There's one down. And now David Cooper is going to face a left-handed batter in Brendan Lafferty. As Rick Forney will come out, point down to the bullpen, and we'll step aside for 60 seconds. So the Goldeyes trying to play the percentages and the matchups here, going lefty-lefty. Lafferty will come in when we come back to face Cooper. 1 out, 1 on in a 5-5 tie in the 7th on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Ah, nice day. Want a drink?
Yeah, pass me a Pepsi.
How you doing?
Whoa, did you hear that? Open your Pepsi.
How you doing?
That was awesome.
Hit it out of the park this summer.
How you doing?
With the cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi. Pepsi, live for now.
Ken Plain for Avalon. Do you have cracked basement walls, seepage problems, uneven floors, or sticking doors? Avalon is Western Canada's oldest and largest foundation repair company. Because Avalon repairs more basements than any other company, you shouldn't even think about having your basement repaired without talking to Avalon first. Call the people you can trust at 783-2500.
Brendan Lafferty will be the Goldeyes' third pitcher of the afternoon here. In a 5-5 tie. Go-ahead run for Trois-Rivières at second base. And David Cooper will face Brendan Lafferty. That's it for Kaohe Downing. He goes 2/3 of an inning. And he gives up a hit, a run, a walk, and no strikeouts. And the pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. And Lafferty will face David Cooper, who's 0 for 2 in the afternoon. The Goldeyes want to go lefty-lefty here in this 7th inning. With, as I mentioned, the go-ahead run at second base for Lazeg. That run that Downing gives up will be unearned. And Lafferty will make his second appearance of this series. Second in as many nights or games. He pitched last night, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And David Cooper stands in from the left side. 0 for 2 today, batting .210 on the year. And Lafferty, who leads the league in appearances, will get the sign from Luis Allen, making his 37th appearance of the year. First pitch is inside for ball 1. 37 appearances to lead the team and the league. He's 2-1 with a 4.36 ERA. 33 innings, 26 hits, 16 earned runs, 14 walks, 32 strikeouts in 33 innings. Opposition batting .224 against him. 1-0 pitch is down and away, half a swing. Did he go? The appeal at third, and no, says Derek Ivinski. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Cooper, a home run and 14 driven in this year. He has popped out and struck out. And the pitch. Swung on, chopper right side, but foul. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 5,747 here today. 57-47. And a little bit of cloud has rolled in. For some overcast. Sunday games are warm. Bring the sunscreen and some water. And Lafferty will come set, and the pitch is high and tight, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. For David Cooper. Steve Brown is a right-handed batter, and he stands on the on-deck circle. He's got a couple of hits today as well. And Lafferty will come set. The 3-1. Swung on, and that is bounced down the first base line, foul. 3-2. Brett Flowers is at second base with that leadoff walk in the inning. Goldeyes are out hitting Trois-Rivières by 7. And the in-game line score brought to you by Culligan Water. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water, locally owned and operated since 1956. Serving Winnipeg and surrounding area. Contact them at drinkculligan.com. Goldeyes, 5 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Trois-Rivières. The 3-2 is low, ball 4. So a couple of walks issued here in this inning. And that's 3 walks by Goldeye pitching. One by each of the pitchers today. And here's Steve Brown, who is 2 for 3. And Brown has flown out, singled, had an RBI double in the 6th as part of that 5-run 6th inning. We're tied at 5. We're in the 7th. And Steve Brown will step in from the right side. And Lafferty will come set. First pitch. Swung on, popped up. Left side of the infield. Mesquite is calling for it on the shortstop side of second, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And the batter is Emerson Frostad. So a good guy to have out. Now they go lefty-lefty in Frostad. And the Goldeyes will have a right-hander in Chris Kissick throwing to the bullpen. No activity in the bullpen for Trois-Rivières. Frostad 0 for 3 today. He struck out twice and hit into a double play. Flowers at second. Cooper is at first. And Frostad waggles the bat from the left side. Lafferty will come set after getting the sign. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Frostad in this situation, runners in scoring position and 2 outs, hitting 174. As a team, Trois-Rivières hitting 241 in this situation. Pitch. Breaking ball is low. Nice block by Allen. And the count 1-1. Frostad against lefties batting .214. One ball, one strike. Frostad stands back in. 2 out, 2 on, and a 5-5 tie here in the 7th. And the 1-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frostad batting .263, 4 homers, 34 driven in. And Lafferty comes set. 1-2 pitch. Half a swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says home plate umpire Andy Sheets. A tag applied for good measure there by Luis Allen. It's a big strikeout for Lafferty, and that will do it for Trois-Rivières. They will leave 2 in the top of this 7th inning. No runs, no hits, and 2 left. After 6.5 at stretch time in my hometown, we invite you wherever you are to get up with us and stretch them out this afternoon. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th in a 5-5 tie on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
The Winnipeg Goldeyes make dreams come true by providing live baseball experiences to charities, nonprofit groups, and inner-city programs. Now, with the Goldeyes Community Zone, you can make even more memories. For group tickets, contact the Goldeyes at 982 Base. These extra seats are only possible through generous donations from the Community Zone partners. So from the Winnipeg Goldeyes and Community Zone recipients, thank you. John Henry Creations, Investors Group, CarStar Automotive, and Manitoba Lotteries Corporation.
If your business, big or small, has excess waste and recycling piling up, let BFI Canada make your trash our business. Our customized pickup schedules make it easy. With commercial and industrial collection services, BFI Canada can help any business get organized. Want to make your business feel like new? Then call up the Blue. Visit BFICanada.com to schedule your pickup date today. BFI Canada, a cleaner community, a greener environment.
Excuse me, it's my first day. Where's the copier?
It's not a copier, it's a Rico!
Okay.
Since Milne Office Systems tailored a Rico document management solution to our office, we've all been a little sensitive about our Rico.
The print quality's amazing. The training from Milne was first class.
It's totally reliable, and we're saving money every month. So don't call it a copier.
It's a Rico!
Rico, the leading edge of business technology. Made easy by Milne Office Systems. Online at milneoffice.com.
Bottom of inning number 7. in a 5-5 tie. For the Goldeyes, Luis Allen, Kevin Mosquite, and Tyler Graham. Nick Purdy works into his second inning here. And Luis Allen, 2 for 3 here this afternoon. Goldeyes have 12 hits to Trois-Rivières, and they're 5. And Luis Allen will try to lead it off here to start the bottom of 7 by getting on. We'll have a look at the answer to trivia here. Pass along our winner's name as well. First pitch from Purdy. Inside, ball 1. Allen batting .317. A homer, 31 driven in, 6 stolen bases. 1-0 is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. In this series, Luis is 6 for 10. The 2-0. Swung on, and a bullet hit down the left field line, but into the seats, foul. 2-1. On the homestand, he is 10 for 19, hitting .526. The 2-1 is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. In the last 2 games, 5 for 7, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases. The pitch is high, ball 4, and how about that leadoff free pass here to start the bottom of the 7th? And Kevin Mosquite, the batter, he's 1 for 2 with a walk today, and we'll see how the Goldeyes play this. And Mosquite looking down to Rick Forney. I would think this would be bunt situation. Although, you never know. Mosquite today 1 for 2 with a walk. Tried to bunt earlier and nursed it into a walk. He shows bunt, and he pushes it up the first base line, picked up by Purdy, and the pitcher will just underhand it all in one motion over to first base. And it's a sacrifice that is complete there, and it goes 1-3. Nice bunt by Mosquite. Up to second is Luis Allen. Here's Tyler Graham. And now the Goldeyes will have a couple of cracks to try to break this 5-5 tie by advancing the runner in from scoring position at second. Trivia contest question today, brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel, specializing in spacious executive suites. First pitch, breaking ball, missed inside, ball 1. Tyler Graham, 1 for 3 today, hit by a pitch. He scored a run. Our question was, name the top 3 Major League franchises to win the most World Series championships. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Congratulations today to Gilly Bronstein of River Heights. Gilly knew the answer to be 1, the New York Yankees with 27. 2, the St. Louis Cardinals with 11. And 3, the Oakland A's with 9. The 1-1 is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. So the top 3 are the Yankees, Cardinals, and A's. 27, 11, and 9 respectively. I think everybody probably knew the top team in the Yankees with 27. Not surprising the Cardinals are in there. They've been around for a long, long time. 2-1. Swung on and lifted out toward right field. Drifting back there is Nowak. And back to the warning track. He'll make the catch. And tagging and moving from second to third is Luis Allen. And the Goldeyes have a runner at third base now with 2 away and that deep fly ball off the bat of Tyler Graham. And here's Amos Ramon, who's had 2 hits today and driven in a couple of runs. And then a couple of teams after that, the San Francisco Giants and Boston Red Sox, each with 7 World Series titles. The Dodgers with 6. Reds and Pittsburgh. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh with 5. Detroit with 4. First pitch is in there for a strike. Atlanta with 3, Baltimore with 3, the Minnesota Twins with 3, the Chicago White Sox with 3. The Cubs with 2, last winning in 1908. And the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball out towards short, fielded by Cooper, up with it, throws to first, and we'll play on to the 8th inning, tied here at 5 apiece. No runs, no hits, 1 left. On to the 8th, tied at 5 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
On your last vacation, you took pictures on your smartphone, and the quality wasn't great. Your memories deserve better. You need the Canon EOS Rebel SL1 from Don's Photo. As the world's smallest and lightest digital SLR camera, you can take it anywhere. And though the Canon EOS Rebel SL1 is small in size, it's enormous in performance. Ideal for those stepping up from a smartphone or compact camera. Ask for the Canon EOS Rebel SL1 at a Don's Photo location or visit donsphoto.com.
Summer in Manitoba sizzles all over the place, from our great beaches to our great ballpark. And I just don't mean on the field. I mean on Goldeyes Grill, where they sizzle up some of the best hot dogs you've ever tasted. Diamond Dogs, the official hot dog of the Goldeyes. Custom made by Winkler Meats. Diamond Dogs are naturally smoked, gluten and allergen-free, and made with quality ingredients that deliver full flavor every bite. Try them at the game or pick them up at your local grocer. Diamond Dogs from Winkler Meats. Product quality is our tradition.
In the competitive world of aluminum fishing boats, the bar has been raised again. Introducing the new aluminum Kingfisher Revolution with exclusive pre-flex hull technology that delivers super strong construction, increased performance, and load handling without extra weight. It's the perfect combination for the weekend angler or fishing fanatic. Discover these revolutionary boats at kingfisherboats.com or give Girton Equipment a call at 1-800-619-0614. Kingfisher, fish the good times.
Batter up, turn it up. This is Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Brendan Lafferty will continue to work in the baseball game. He gets into the 8th inning here, his 2nd inning. And he'll face Drew Miller, Cam Nealon, and John Smith. We're tied at 5. Some quick updates across the American Association. Sioux City leading Fargo now 9-8 in the top of the 9th. Fargo having a little bit of pushback. And St. Paul leading Gary 8-3 in the 9th. Gary's loaded the bases. They have 1 out. And that's in inning number 9. And El Paso still leading Kansas City 5-0. And now that is final. El Paso 5, Kansas City no score, a final. Here's Drew Miller. He's 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch. Scored a run. Lefty-lefty. And the first pitch is inside, ball 1. We're kind of running through the World Series championships by each franchise. The Yankees with number 1, or the most, at 27. 1-0 is in there for a strike. Then the Cardinals at 11, and Oakland at 9. We got down to the Chicago Cubs, Philadelphia Phillies, Cleveland Indians, New York Mets, Toronto Blue Jays, and Miami Marlins, all with 2. 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Miller. Kansas City with 1, Arizona with 1, and the LA Angels with 1. The franchises that have never won a World Series. 2-1 is a little bit high, 3-1. San Diego, Texas, Milwaukee, Houston, Colorado, Tampa, Seattle, and Washington. 8 of them. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Miller. The pitch is inside. Another leadoff walk. And down to first base goes Drew Miller. Second walk issued by Lafferty, and Cam Nealon, the batter. And the Goldeyes will get somebody else up in the bullpen. Chris Kissick still throwing down there in this 8th inning in a 5-5 tie. Nealon, 1 for 3 today. We'll see what they ask of him in this situation. Nealon has bounced out twice to second, had an RBI single in the 6th. Lafferty comes set. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. So again, congratulations to Gilly Bronstein of River Heights, who knew the top three franchises with the most World Series championships, the Yankees, Cardinals, and A's in that order. 0-1 to Nealon. Pitch. Swing and a miss and a change of pace. And it's 0-2. Drew Miller has not stolen a base this year, nor has he attempted one. Play trivia again tomorrow night. The finale of this series, the pitch is half a swing. Did he go? The appeal, no, says Art Thigpen over at first base. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cam Nealon, hitting .294. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at first base. John Smith stands on deck. Lafferty comes set, and the pitch swung on and popped up. Behind first, foul territory, and right there is Harther drifting back, and he makes the catch with one hand, and there's one away for John Smith. Smith, a 3-run homer here today. Yanked it to right field. That gave Trois-Rivières, at that point, a 5-3 lead in the 6th before the Goldeyes tied it up with a pair in the bottom of 6. And Smith has homered each of the last 2 games. A 2-run shot off of Keating yesterday. 3-run shot off Downing today. Both home runs coming off the Goldeyes bullpen. Lefty we go here, though. First pitch. Slider is on the outside edge for a strike. Or maybe more of a curveball from Lafferty there. 0-1. And Lafferty comes set, and the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for another strike. And it's 0-2. 0-2 to John Smith. And Smith will stand back in from the left side. And Lafferty will come set. Lefty here, the 0-2. Is down and away and half a swing, and Smith did not go around. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Smith has these stirrup sort of striped socks, but they're completely different than Max Poulin's. So I don't know if it's just sort of, it's like watching the Trois-Rivières All-Star team here. Max Poulin did tell me when we were joking about the socks and we aired it on Around the Association last weekend in Rockland that their organization is looking into those socks. And the ones that he's wearing, pitches inside 2 and 2, are from the Goldeyes days and those turn back the clock uniforms. But the Lazag administration are looking at actually adding those striped stirrup socks to their uniform. 2-2. Breaking ball called, third strike right over the heart of the plate. And John Smith will go down looking. That is a dynamite breaking ball from Brendan Lafferty. And he'll pick up his second strikeout of the afternoon. The Goldeyes have struck out 9 today. And now Jeremy Nowak, who's a switch hitter, will likely be turned around to bat from the left side against the righty and Chris Kissick, as Rick Forney will come out. He'll take the ball from Lafferty, or will he not? They're going to have a little chat about it. Kissick is expecting to come into the baseball game. And now Forney is going to leave Lafferty in, and Nowak will switch around and bat from the right side against Lafferty, and Nowak is 0 for 3 here today. All from the left side against right-handed hitters. Now the Goldeyes will turn them around. We're tied at 5 here in the 8th inning. And Nowak in the series is 3 for 10. And Lafferty will come set. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Nowak is batting .220 from the right side. .253 from the left. So the Goldeyes have him on the side where he has a lesser average. And he takes strike one. The 0-1 is a fastball that's low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. We're tied at 5 here in the top of the 8th inning. And Lafferty will come set. And the pitch. Swung on. Bounced out toward third. Fielded by Ramon. Shuffles and throws to first. And it's just in time to get Nowak. And Nowak thought that he was safe. And here comes Pierre-Luc Laforce. And he is going to talk with our Thigpen over this. Goldeyes end the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning in a 5-5 tie on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Go, Fish, go!
Salisbury House is giving Goldeyes fans a Winnie Dog during the Win-A-Winnie When the Goldeyes Win promotion. When the Goldeyes win at Shaw Park, bring your ticket down to any of the 7 Sal's Express locations and redeem it for a free Winnie Dog with the purchase of an order of French fries all season long. You have 1 whole week to redeem your ticket, so don't snub the stub. When the Goldeyes win a home game, you win a Winnie.
Go, Fish, go!
Salisbury House, your food, your way.
Welcome to Rogers Tech Talk.
Raj, I'm thinking about the Samsung GS4. Also thinking Rogers.
Well, with Rogers, the Samsung Galaxy S4 is super fast because it's built for the speed of Rogers LTE Max, Canada's fastest and largest LTE Max network.
So when I was thinking Rogers...
You were right.
What's that, Raj?
You were...
Hang on. I'm going to put my wife on the line to hear this.
Get the Galaxy S4 built for Rogers LTE Max. Visit Rogers.com for details.
Thinking of getting the Samsung Galaxy S4 with LTE? Make the right choice and get it from Rogers.
In business, every day is an opportunity to ask, where do you go from here? You didn't succeed by doing only one thing well. At MNP, we look at the entire business picture so you can get the most from every aspect of your operation. Strategies to optimize performance while mitigating risk, reducing costs, and streamlining process will help ensure your business is always operating at its full potential. MNP, wherever business takes you. Learn more at mnp.ca.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher here for Trois-Rivières. In a 5-5 tie, it's Sean Keeler. That's it for Nick Purdy. And for Purdy here today, he goes 1 2/3 innings. No hits, no runs, a walk, no strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. We see Keeler for the second time in this series. And Sean Keeler, a right-hander, 6'1", 195, 25 years old. And he will make his 20th appearance of the year. He's 0-2 with a 5.21 ERA. 19 innings, 17 hits, 11 earned runs, 21 walks, though, and 16 strikeouts. Hasn't allowed a homer, the opposition batting .233 against him. Ray Sadler, Ryan Skoma, Casey Arthur due up. 3-4-5. And I'm not sure what the delay is here. I know that they brought Keeler in out of the bullpen. And we should be ready to go here. You know, one thing about the Can-Am League, boy, they moved it along out there. I mean, there was times that we would get, right when the out was recorded, we'd go to break at the end of the inning and come back and miss 2 pitches after 90 seconds. Here it's kind of like, well, okay, you guys ready to go? Ready to resume this thing? Okay, let's go. Here's Ray Sadler. 1 for 4 today. In a 5-5 tie. This one is creeping up to 3 hours old. And we're in the bottom of 8. And Keeler comes set. First pitch. Swung on. Ground ball out toward third. Fielded there by Nealon. And he throws across. there'll be one away on one pitch. And the batter is Ryan Skoma. And Skoma, 1 for 2 today, an RBI double, 2 walks, 6-game hitting streak. And a left-handed batter here. For Keeler, we saw him on Friday night. 1/3 of an inning, 3 runs on 3 hits. First pitch is in there for a strike, no walks and no strikeouts. 0-1 to Ryan Skoma. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a change of pace, and it's 0-2. 0-2 to Ryan Skoma. Five runs, 12 hits, an error for Winnipeg on the Culligan in-game line score. The 0-2. Breaking ball, bounce right side foul. 5 runs, 5 hits. No errors for Trois-Rivières. Tomorrow, Pete Gailey versus Luis Munoz. Gailey, the lefty for Winnipeg, 3-4 with a 4.10. Munoz, 2-1 with a 3.51. He's a right-hander. Keeler comes set with one away. The 0-2 is a called third strike on the outside corner, and Ryan Skoma will go down looking. Now the batter is Casey Arthur with 2 away now. Now the Goldeyes have double barrel action in the bullpen. Kissick and Keating, both right-handers throwing. And Casey Arthur 3 for 4 today. First pitch is low, ball 1. 3 for 4 today, 2 RBI. He has 8 home runs and 37 driven in. Nobody on, 2 down, 57-47 the crowd today. The 1-0 is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So shy of 6,000 today. Sundays used to be real good, and then they became probably the least popular day of the week to go because of the sun. The 2-0. And the pitch missed outside 3-0. And then they it had a little bit of a revival here on Sundays a few years ago, and now the crowds have sort of leveled out to about 5,700. 57 and change today. 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitch is low, ball 4 to Casey Arthur. So he draws a walk, and he's been aboard 4 of 5 times, and here's Josh Mazzola. And Keeler will walk his first, and that is walk number 5 given up by Trois-Rivières today. And Mazzola, 0 for 4 today, will step in from the right-hand side. And Keeler will come set. First pitch is in there for a strike on the outside edge. Mazzola's 5 for 22 in the homestand. As we speak, and that's a 227 average. 0-1. Breaking ball is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 swing of the bat by this guy, though, and you kind of forget that 227 average over the course of what is now 6 games on this homestand. There's still 5 to go. 1-1 is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And Mazzola struck out today, flown out, hit into a fielder's choice, and flew out again. 8 homers, 37 driven in. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and fouled away, right side. And the count squares at 2. Arthur not really a threat to steal. He is 2 for 3 over the base paths. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Keeler comes set, righty-righty here, the pitch is high, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Mazzola. And Mazzola with hits in 9 of his last 10, but hitless here this afternoon. Keeler comes set, and the payoff pitch. Runner on the move, pitch is swung on, bounced out toward third, fielded there by Nealon going toward his left, and he finds his feet underneath him, gains his balance, and throws to first to get Mazzola for the final out here in the bottom of inning number 8. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. We'll go to the 9th, tied at 5 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
You're tired of waking up each day with the aches and pains of daily life. Looking for a proven solution to ease your suffering? Not another drug that temporarily masks the pain? You need to get on the road to recovery, and you need a treatment that will address the cause of your pain. Manitoba chiropractors are available without the wait, and your care is partially covered by Manitoba Health and most private insurance plans.
Manitoba chiropractors. Making life better.
Ever try sucking an orange through a straw? How about 5?
Oh, come on!
It can happen, because we're blending up a difference at Jugo Juice. Our fresh fruit smoothies knock it out of the park with over 5 servings of fruit jammed into every 24-ounce cup. This season, make it a mini combo with a zesty Southwest chicken wrap. Get healthy on the go with Jugo Juice. Find us at Shaw Park and online at jugojuice.com.
This is about your debt rescue. It's about climbing free of creditors and saving for the future. It's about someone reaching out to you, helping you regain your financial foothold with credit proposals and other options. And it's about changing the way you save and spend so your debt worries are far behind you. It's about your debt rescue with L.C. Taylor, Trustees in Bankruptcy. Your way forward at lctaylor.com.
This is Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on your home of the Goldeyes. TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca.
Well, we go to the 9th inning. And Brett Flowers, followed by Josh Colapamina and David Cooper, 7, 8, and 9, against Chris Kissick, who now becomes the 4th pitcher of the afternoon for Winnipeg here. And that's it for Brendan Lafferty. He goes 1 2/3 innings today. First pitch to Flowers is swung on and fouled away for right side. Strike number 1. For Lafferty, 1 2/3, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Chris Kissick is the 4th pitcher of the afternoon. We're tied at 5 here. And the pitch is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909, as we move to this 9th inning. And the 1-1. Breaking ball down and away. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Flowers, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. And the Goldeyes have allowed the leadoff guy to get aboard in 5 straight innings now. The pitch. Swung on, chopper back up the middle to his left. Mazzola fields that, turns and throws to first and makes a real nice play with that twirl to get Brett Flowers for out number 1. He picked up the ball in behind second. By the time he sort of got his feet underneath him and that turn, he was almost standing where Kevin Mesquite would be to set up at second base. Makes a nice play. The leadoff man is out number 1. The batter is Josh Colapamina, who's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. So Chris Kissick, who has his parents in town, never been to Winnipeg before, or here from Fruitvale, British Columbia. First pitch is in there for a strike to Colapamina. And they recognized Chris's parents here on the public address system. The 0-1. Breaking ball is low to Colapamina, 1-1. Earlier in the game tonight, I heard that announcement, or early in the game today. For Kissick, his 34th appearance, he's 0-4 with a 3.35 ERA. 37 innings and 37 2/3. And the pitch swung on, bounced out towards short. Coming in on that is Mazzola, fields it and throws to first in time. 2 away. And David Cooper, the batter. Again, for Kissick, it's 37 hits in 37 2/3 innings coming in. 14 earned runs, 5 walks, 40 strikeouts. Opposition batting .252 against him. So here is David Cooper. 0 for 2 with a walk today. And Cooper steps in from the left side. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike one. Cooper has popped out, struck out, and walked. Neither team has scored since the 6th inning. Trois-Rivières did all of their scoring in the 6th, a 5-run 6th. The Goldeyes had to score 2 in the bottom of the inning to tie it after getting 1 in the 1st and 2 in the 2nd. The 0-1 is a bunt shown, pulled back, and taken inside for ball 1, 1-1. We are 3 hours and 7 minutes old at this point on this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And on the pitch is a breaking ball on the outside edge for a strike. And it's 1-2. And did our home plate umpire, Anthony Sheets, forget the count? Did he just ring up Josh Colafamina? He rung him up for strike 2 called. And it's just a ball and 2 strikes, so maybe a harbinger of things to come here. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and fouled into the seats in behind Goldeyes dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. And David Cooper, 3 for 9 in the series. He walked his last trip in the 7th and was left stranded at first base. 2 away here in the top of 9. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Ramon's over there, and he makes the catch by the seats for out number 3 here in the top of the 9th inning. Zeros across the board. 1, 2, 3. Trois-Rivières go in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th for the Goldeyes. Bottom of the order, Lentini, Allen, and Mosquite. We'll see if they can win it in a walk-off again here at home in a 5-5 tie. When we come back, make sure you do on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Like it? Love it! South Beach Casino and Resort is taking surf and turf to a whole new level. Start with surf on Thursday nights. Get ready for a taste of the sea with Manitoba's finest seafood feast buffet. Just $19.95. Grab a seat at Mango's restaurant and dig in. On to turf. Saturday night, it's all about the prime rib. Enjoy this mouth-watering buffet for just $19.95. Don't miss this surf and turf adventure at South Beach Casino and Resort. For details, visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Nice and fresh.
Just the way I like it.
This is really good.
That hits the spot.
The spot to hear all that contentment? Our very own fishbowl. The reason? Robbins. Smart coffee lovers count on the famous, always fresh taste of Robbins coffee to add extra zest to every Goldeyes game. Team it with a Robbins fresh baked treat, and you've got, well, a flavored doubleheader. Robbins. Fast, fresh, and friendly.
Luxury, convenience, comfort. Have it all with Premier Executive Suites. For business travelers who are always on the move, Premier Executive Suites is your home away from home. You can relax in your comfortable living room, grab a midnight snack in your complete kitchen, and do that last-minute load of laundry with your handy in-suite washer and dryer. Book your extended stay in Winnipeg with Premier Executive Suites. Visit premiersuites.com to make your booking today. Take more of your life with you with Premier Executive Suites.
Bottom of inning number 9. My name is Paul Edmonds. Glad to have you along. Tim Debenham is our producer and operator back at our flagship studios in South Winnipeg at TSN 1290 under the Bell Media umbrella. Riley Lachuk is our operator on CJ Radio and our 3 stations across southern Manitoba. Sean Keeler works into his second inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We're tied at 5, and for Winnipeg, Lentini, Allen, and Mosquite. Fargo's come back for the third straight game, and they beat Sioux City with a bottom of the ninth inning rally. And they get by Sioux City 10-9, so the Goldeyes need to win to stay 7.5 back. But maybe getting some help on the out-of-town scoreboard in the wild card. Here's Lentini, 1 for 4 today. So Fargo wins on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. St. Paul was leading Gary last check. First pitch. And a bunt shown and then pulled back by Lentini, and he takes for ball 1. There's a youngster trying to inspire the troops here in this ninth. The 1-0. Swung on, ground ball out toward third. Nice pickup by Nealon, and he throws again. And really showcasing a nice glove over at third, and he gets that short hop and throws to first to get Lentini for out number 1. And here is Luis Allen. Luis Allen, who is 2 for 3 today with a walk, stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch is on the inside edge for a strike. Apparently, and this is unconfirmed, but the Altona Bisons have defeated the Carillon Sultans 6-1 to win Game 5, that semifinal of the MJBL. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. And if that is correct, the Bisons will defeat the two-time defending league champs. They get out in the semifinal, and the Bisons will go on to play the Pembina Valley Orioles starting on the 30th for the final 0-2. Breaking ball swung on, line to left field for a base hit. And El Cabong today is 3 for 4 with a walk. And Kevin Mosquite will be the batter. Well, I don't think you're going to bunt here, but I do believe you're going to send Luis Allen in motion. You want to stay out of the double play. You want to get the runner to second base. And Mosquite, 1 for 2, a sacrifice and a walk today. He looked down to Rick Forney, coaching third, and now stands in from the right-hand side as the Goldeyes have the go-ahead, the winning run, aboard. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. See? Swinging away right there. Mosquite batting .255. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of inning number 9. And Keeler comes set. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled away right side and out of play. And Mosquite, 0-2. He's driven in 2. Right now what he's trying to do is, even if he gets out, is advance the runner and stay out of the double play. Ideally, you'd like to advance the runner and get on and save it out, flipping the order for Tyler Graham. But maybe almost time for Kevin Mosquite's first homer of the year to walk this team off. He's hit a couple of balls pretty deep in this homestand, center field and left, that were knocked down by the crosswinds from left to right that were blowing seemingly for 4 days in a row. And a step off by Keeler. And now we have a little bit of a wind that's kind of picked up, and it's blowing out toward right field again. And Mosquite will step back in from the right side. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball out towards short to his right. Cooper fields that, and it's dropped at second base by Colifamina on the throw. Colifamina will argue was on the transfer, but he never had control of the baseball. Everybody's safe here. And Mosquite will get a fielder's choice. There will be an error. It will be E4. And the ball was dropped, and now they're going to pinch run for Luis Allen and bring Jordan Guida into pinch run from second base. And a chance to win it on a base hit. So the pinch runner here in the ninth inning is Jordan Guida. And an inopportune time for Trois-Rivières to make their first error of the afternoon. And Tyler Graham, 1 for 4, hit by a pitch today. He has scored a run. While the Goldeyes haven't done a lot of winning at home, but on a lot of the nights that they have, it has been in dramatic fashion. See if they can do it again. Fargo's already won this afternoon. First pitch, swung on and popped up. That is not going to do it. Into right field, Nowak will come in and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Amos Ramon gets a chance to be the hero. After he has produced 2 hits and 2 RBI today. And Amos looking for a solid single off Sean Keeler. Amos today has bounced out in the first, had a 2-run single in the second. He struck out in the third, singled to lead off the sixth, and bounced out to short in the seventh. Outfield straight away, not very deep. Keeler comes set, checks Guida at second twice. First pitch. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Two on for Winnipeg, but the only one that really counts is Jordan Guida at second. 0-1 to Ramon. Keeler comes set, and the pitch. Fastball swung on, shot down the right field line. High, deep head, foul. Strike 2. Nothing in 2 to Amos Ramon. And Ramon, 6 home runs, 36 driven in. Needs a single right here, but in a hole and behind it, 0-2. Keeler comes set. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled away into the sky suite. Look out. In behind that first base, Trois-Rivières dugout. And still 0-2. Gave us a couple good swings here. Guide at second base. Mesquite at first. 0-2 is just inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Five runs, 13 hits, an error for Winnipeg. 5-5-1 for Trois-Rivières. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, rolled out towards short. Cooper up with it. He throws to first. He threw it away. And the score is going to be Guida. The Goldeyes win it. An error by David Cooper at short on the throw to first on a ground ball. And the Goldeyes win it in a walk-off. 2 errors by Trois-Rivières in the bottom of the ninth. And Winnipeg has a 6-5 victory on the board, looking for their 4th straight series win if they can pick up a victory tomorrow night. How about that? They get a run in the bottom of the ninth inning. They do on 1 hit, 2 costly errors, and a couple left. The final score, Winnipeg 6, Trois-Rivières 5. Totals in the postgame show are next on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Did you know that water makes up more than half of your body weight? Every cell, tissue, and organ in your body needs water to maintain its temperature, remove waste, and lubricate joints. Culligan's filtered bottled water delivered right to your door is the best choice for hydration.
Call or click today to enjoy Culligan bottled water service for as little as $21.75 a month. Just call 204-694-5180 or visit drinkculligan.com. Culligan, better water, pure and simple. Limited time offer. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for details.
It's furniture that has a story to tell. Discover the unrivaled character and craftsmanship only Manitoba Made can offer with Prairie Barnwood. Prairie Barnwood specializes in handcrafted furniture and decor made from dismantled barns from across the Canadian prairies. From mantels to countertops, furniture, even custom pieces, it's